and get cracking into all things Pokemon cards here. So let's get it going. All right, so let's jump right into this thing with the first question of the day. We got a question from, here we go. From Vinny, the goal is to collect all the holos from the Wizards of the Coast era. So, hey Nick, I've been following you for a month and I came back to collecting Pokemon cards after seeing you with Gary V. The thing is, I'm trying to collect as many holos from base set as I can. I'm in Spain and I have easy access to first edition Spanish cards. I know English cards have more popularity and liquidity, so the question is, which will have more value in the future? Base set first edition Spanish cards or base set unlimited English cards? Thank you, man. I'm learning a lot from you. So, my personal opinion on that take would definitely be base set unlimited. If you have to go from the choice between Spanish first edition or base set unlimited, definitely go with base set unlimited. I mean, just overall, the demand for English cards, base set unlimited, it's going to be a lot stronger in my opinion. I would personally hunt for those. But if you are in your own market where more people are into the Spanish cards, you might have a better opportunity there with those cards, even though the market's smaller. If you have access to more of those cards and you can grab, either way, it's going to be good. But personally, I would be going for the base set unlimited. But what's going on? Live in the chat, we got Smitty. We got the Simple Nub in the house. Big Lex in the house. What's going on? Pickle, what's going on, dude? The camera crispiness. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. What's going on? Kano in the house. Flips, what's going on? Good to see everybody here hanging out in the Poke Cave. Yes, we made it. We're live today. Almost didn't make it. But we're going through answering all of your guys' questions. Pokemon cards. Anything Pokemon cards related, throw it down there in the description. The link is down there. I also pinned the comment in the live chat. If you guys are here, make sure you jump into the live chat as well. All right. Next up, we got For Real with a card grading estimate question. So if you guys don't know, you can actually ask questions or even throw in photos of your cards if you want to ask questions related to grading them, or if you had cool pickups, cool stories, pulled an awesome card, throw it in there, guys. We talk all things here. It doesn't have to exactly be a question, but the question here with this one is the centering okay to get a PSA 10 or is it bad? I measured up myself. The front is like 59-41, side and side, top to bottom, and back close to perfect. All right, let's take a peek here and see. So you threw in some of your images of your card here. I'm going to take a peek and throw it up on the screen here so all of you guys could see it as well. We've got a classic, and this is a good topic discussion. Hopefully some of you guys are going to be asking questions about evolutions because that's a hot topic right now and one that I've actually talked a lot of over the last 6 months or so. So I'm going to switch over here to, hopefully this works. There we go. Okay, so check it out. We got an Evolutions Charizard here, and the centering on this is pretty good. I mean, and thank you for the good photo as well. This definitely helps a ton. So it's definitely off a little bit left to right, top to bottom a little bit, but it might still make it. It's pretty close. It's going to be like on the border. It might not be enough. It's tough to tell just from visually looking at centering. And this one, it's close. But we also have a back photo as well. It's a very tough card to grade. I wouldn't be surprised if it did not come back a PSA 10 because it is probably the most difficult Charizard card to grade, especially for Modern. I mean, it's insanely difficult to grade this card in a PSA 10. It's worth thousands of dollars at this point. And most likely, there could be scratches on here as well. I don't know if that's on the top loader or what, or print lines too. So you have to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, let's keep rolling through it. Let's see what other questions we have here in the chat. We have Julian in the house. What's going on, Jonathan W? Kevin, good to see everybody here hanging out in the Poke Cave. Burn Mander, what's going on, dude? Crazy market right now, says Joker. It's a crazy market for sure right now. It's a crazy time to be in Pokemon cards, but hopefully everybody is enjoying it and having a good time. That is what it's all about at the end of the day. Next up, we have Jerry in the house with an interesting find / pickup. All right, this is cool. Let's see what we got here. The goal is to collect Pokemon cards. Hello, I purchased a BGS 10 Japanese Entei back in 2012 from eBay. I checked the card serial number in the Beckett website, and it seems legit. It was graded back in 2002. If it is legit, how much do you think it's worth in a 10 mint or better? The label throws me off because I have not seen one like this before. All right, so let's pull this up on the screen here and see exactly what we have. We're going to pull up most likely a card from Beckett. All right, let's see here. So, sorry guys, give me 1 second here. So we have like the Beckett website and, okay, Japanese Neo 2 promo set, Entei. Tuesday, it was graded on Tuesday, September 17th, 2002, and it received a 10. Wow. Interesting. I don't know if they had a name change before or what. I don't know about that. I've never seen a Beckett graded card from that long ago. Kind of stumped on this one. I don't know. I'm not totally sure about that. If you guys have ever seen a label like this before, let me know. BCCG. I could look it up. BCCG. BCCG Pokemon. I don't know. Beckett grade 10. BCCG. It looks like there was one up here for $20. I don't know if that's... I don't know what the deal is with that, to be honest with you. If anybody knows in the live chat, definitely feel free to jump in there. Sorry I couldn't answer that one. Let's see what else we have going on here in the live Q&A. I'm going to switch over to here really quickly. Here we have, I want to welcome James C. to the PokeCave Explorer membership. Thank you so much for joining up to the PokeCave membership. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you being here, a part of the PokeCave. I also have a super chat coming in from Robert L. Thank you so much for, looks like 2 super chats. And the second one says, I bought a first edition Machamp. It looks like it's a plastic unopened package. Is this rare or not so much? So, Robert, they can be rare, and they actually have been getting rarer and rarer as, the years go on. A Machamp first edition base set, you can get that in the plastic seal, which they originally came from, but there are different versions of it. So you can have one that is actually not shadowless. So all the first edition base cards, except for Machamp, are 100%, all of them are always shadowless in English. Except for Machamp, you can get either shadowless or shadowed. So what's really interesting is that the ones that are shadowed are probably not worth... I haven't actually checked the prices on those in quite a while, so I can even put them in. Machamp first base. I could put like sealed. Maybe that'll come up. Yeah, so let's switch over to the screen here and check out the market activity on these, because I actually haven't looked at these in quite a long time. So as you can see, they do sell, but they're not a lot of them aren't too crazy, $50, $60 or so. But then you have the ones that are shadowless, which I could put these in order from highest to lowest and see if we could find some that are actually... So like this one's shadowless, sold for over $400. It looks like $400 best offer on this one. This is the one that you'd probably want to look out for. This is the most valuable version of it. So shadowless first edition Machamp. And how you could tell is right here, there is not a shadow. That's like the easiest way to tell the difference. If you look right here on the right side of your card, if you have base set cards, first of all, there are 3 main versions of base set cards. So you have the first printing of them, which is first edition base set. So if you guys check out on here, it'll have the first edition stamp right here on the left side. It'll have no shadow on the right side here of the card. Now, there's also a version of these that are shadowless without the first edition stamp. So those were printed after this print run, and then the final print run was base set unlimited, which has the shadow on the right side of the border, and I could show you that on this Machamp. But keep in mind, Machamp is the only card in first edition base set English that had a shadowed version. So normally when you'd see these cards, it wouldn't have the stamp here. It would have, but here's the shadow, so you could see that right there. So look out for shadows when you guys are looking for base set cards. Base set is a very hot topic right now. Evolutions is all the OG stuff. A lot of people are jumping in, and a lot of people want to see the original stuff. I mean, they're going back. They're coming in. They're like, I remember when I got my Charmander, my Squirtle, and I had to pick out Bulbasaur, and that's why you're seeing all the starters are going for crazy amounts of money right now. You're seeing all this activity in base set, the earlier generations right now with Pokemon. So a lot of cool stuff going on, but a lot of people, it all comes back to, this is what I say all the time, it all goes back to nostalgia. That's what it's all about. A lot of people remember the first generation and they want to jump back in, and it's all about Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow, and the old school stuff. So all right, guys, if you're having a good time here, if you're enjoying this live, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. We talk all things Pokemon cards here, and we are always here to have a good time. So Ricardo, I appreciate you being here. Blastoise93 in the house as well. Guys, make sure you tune into Blastoise93. I believe he's still going live at 6 p.m. tonight. So in 1 hour from now, going live, opening Pokemon cards, talking all things Pokemon cards as well. So make sure you go show Blastoise93 the support. All right, links down below in the description. Matt in the house, welcome to the PokeCave Adventure membership, as well as Asma. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I said your name right. ASMA. I might have said it wrong. I say a lot of people's names incorrectly. I apologize. But welcome to the PokeCave Adventure membership. Thank you so much for joining up here. Make sure you check out the community tab on the channel. It'll give you information on how to access the members exclusive openings that are once a month. At the end of every single month, you have access to those as well as all the other perks. So, hey, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. All right. So check it out. We are going to jump back into the live Q&A right now. That's the best way to get your questions answered. Throw them in there, and I get to them in order that they are received. So, PokeBob, what's going on? A buying and selling question. The goal is to get these cards graded and then sell them. The question is, what do you think these will grade with PSA? I know they're a little beat up, but I was curious a potential resale value. So, if you guys don't know, you can grade your Pokemon cards, and a lot of people now are jumping into Pokemon cards. There are a lot of new people. The word "a lot" isn't a good enough word to describe how many people are jumping into Pokemon cards, as a lot of you veterans probably already here know all about that. But a lot of people are jumping in, so I always like to explain everything. So PSA is probably one of the top grading services. You can also go with Beckett or the new Kids on the Block CGC to grade your cards. Most of them grade them on a scale 1 to 10, 1 being the best condition card. I'm sorry, 10 being the best condition. I can't talk. 10 being the best condition card, 1 being the lowest quality card, and the higher the grade, the more value and the better condition overall. So we have a Charizard here. I'm going to throw up on the screen for you guys. So let's check that out. Let's see how it's looking here. So here we go. All right, so we got a base set Charizard. So as you can tell, right off the bat, some of the things you want to look for is, number 1, go right to the holo. And thank you for the really nice... We got a lot of good quality photos coming in today already. This makes everything a lot better of an idea for me to tell you guys what's going on here. So, as you can see here, lots of scratches going on this card. This looks like a typical maybe played card from back in the day that maybe somebody had as a kid. I don't know if this is yours when you were a kid, PokeBob. You can see that. You can also see flaking of the card on the bottom. Oh, can't see it with my big head in the way. But, there we go. So, you can see... down here, there's like flaking of the card on the bottom right corner, and we also have that on the edges as well. So I don't see any bends. That's one of the big things you want to look for, are bends on the card. But I'm seeing a lot of stuff going on up here, on the edges, on the front. And this is an OG base set Charizard. It has the shadow on the side there. It's not first edition. A lot of people are freaking out when they find that they have this Charizard card in their collection. If it has a shadow on the side there and it doesn't have the stamp, it's still good. It's still a really good. Whoa. What did I just do? There we go. It's still a really good card to have, but it's not like the crazy giant, like $200,000 prices that you guys might be seeing if you're new to Pokemon cards. But so we got the front of the card. That's what we want to look at. The centering's actually not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Then we look on the back, and as you can see, yeah, so definitely was played quite a bit. This could have been, you know, somebody put it in their pocket, played the Pokemon TCG with it, had it in a binder, you know, did everything as a kid with it. So all kinds of whitening going on all around it, on the sides and edges, dirt on the back of it. I mean, this could be something like, probably like a PSA 2 or 3 candidate. But yeah, it's definitely still worth it. A lot of people ask, is it worth grading my card? If you have a base set Charizard, doesn't matter what the condition is, it is 100% worth grading it up for sure. So I would put that around there, PokeBob. And let's jump back over here to the live chat. I'm seeing a lot of really good conversation, a lot of good activity going on in the chat. I always like to peek in. Now, I can't read everything that you guys say, but I always like to jump in and just kind of peek in and make sure you guys are having a good time, because that's what it's all about here. We keep it Poke positive here, as always. Everybody's always welcome here. It doesn't matter how much you know about Pokemon cards, how little you know about it. Everybody's welcome here, and everybody in the chat, I always see people helping each other out. That's another really awesome thing. Since I can't get to everyone's question, it becomes a community thing where we help one another out. But let's jump into here. So we've got a couple of super chats that I want to pull up here. All right, so we have William W. Thank you for the super chat. Can you post a live schedule on your website or on Twitter? I never know when you're going live on Saturday or not, or if so, when. So actually, I actually don't know either, because I was planning on going live this morning, and then we ended up doing some, we scheduled in some family stuff, so I actually took the day and just went and did family stuff, and then I decided to just come back here and do a live Q&A. So it's usually every Saturday morning, but sometimes I miss it, sometimes I hit it, sometimes, this is the first time it's actually later in the day, but usually it's, all right, so it's Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we do the live openings here. So if you guys don't know about that, we open all kinds of old school Pokemon cards here. We're opening up a first edition Jungle Booster Box on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're opening up every single Sun and Moon era booster box. It's going to be really fun. So subscribe to the channel if you want to watch like Pokemon cards openings as well. And then Saturday mornings are usually the Q&As or the live streams or whatever. The PokeRev show is what I'm calling it right now. So that's kind of like the schedule, but I don't have it like set in stone because some days I do miss stuff. So, but I do update on Instagram as well. So follow me over there on Instagram. Check out my story on Instagram. I'll post updates. Like if I'm going to miss something or if I'm going to be late to something, I'll throw an update on there and you guys can check that out as well as a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So we got a super chat from JR. Thank you so much. Submitted a question, but I wanted to thank you for all the content and amazing, legit info and knowledge. Dude, I thank you so much for being here and being a part of it. It's my pleasure to be able to answer your guys' questions here. Again, if you guys don't know, we're doing all things Pokemon cards here. I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of DMs and just so many questions that unfortunately I love to answer every single person, but I can't do it. So I just came up with this idea to kind of have it all in one big content video where I jump in and answer as many questions as I can, but at the same time, everybody here is helping each other out and everybody here can learn from what we're talking about at the same time. So if you had the same question as somebody else, you get your, you learn that as well as everybody just learning. All right. So Mike F, thank you for the super chat as well. Is there an official weight for Heavy Sus Life Patch? So if you guys don't know, basically the old school booster packs can be weighed. So a pack is normally just a little bit heavier, will a lot of times contain a hollow card. Now, it varies a lot. I mean, base set unlimited, like there's so many different print runs of it that they're all different sort of weights and stuff like that. I don't personally keep track of anything like that at all, but I'm sure there probably are people out there that do, but there's no sort of like official guide or anything like that. Because it varies by box. So even if it's the same set, if you have like a Jungle Unlimited and then you had a Jungle Unlimited from like another factory or another print run of that Unlimited set, it could definitely be way different. So, PokeKobe, dude, thank you for the super chat. PokeRev, and then Blastoise93. Saturdays are getting better and better for Pokemon enthusiasts, collectors, and investors. Thank you for the content, gentlemen. Dude, thank you, PokeKobe, as always, for being here. And for the content from you as well, dude. So, yeah, again, guys, Blastoise93, definitely check him out tonight as well. And Robert L., thank you for the $5 super chat. I also bought a first edition Dark Dragonite for $35. Also, an unlimited Venusaur for $100. Are these good buys? They look great. So, it really kind of depends a lot on the condition, but if you're happy with the card at the end of the day, that's kind of all that really matters. Everything seems to be going up and up and up and up. So, a lot of times, like, even if I purchase something myself and I'm like, oh, this is about market price right now, and I buy it, and then a month goes by and I'm like, wow, that was a really good price. That seems to be like the trend. A lot of you guys have probably noticed that. It's like you buy something at market and then literally sometimes it's even like a week later. It's like, wow, that was actually a really good price at this point. But yeah, just in general, a lot of it's going to depend on the condition and things like that. So you can always compare the conditions. Like if your Venusaur looks like say your Venusaur looks like a PSA like 7 or something, you can compare it to like the price of a 7 and see what you paid versus that. That's kind of a way to do it with the loose cards. And also I want to say what's up to Paul Van Orden and Legacy. Thank you both so much for joining the PokeCave membership. Make sure you check out the community tab as well. I just want to make sure everybody knows and everybody is aware of that. When you join up to the PokeCave membership, if you're in the adventure tier, check the community tab. It'll give you the information on access to members exclusive opening at the end of the month. So thank you so much for joining up here. And let's jump back into the live Q&A forum where I'm answering all of your guys' questions related to Pokemon cards here. Let's go. So Alex S, buying and selling question. So the question is, so with the base sets being more rare in the future, will packs like X and Y evolutions where cards are close to the same print as base set worth a lot more in the future? So I was waiting for somebody to hit on this, bring up evolution. So if you guys haven't been paying attention to evolutions, it has been just skyrocketing in price. And a lot of you guys might remember, I constantly I've brought up evolutions over the past oh my gosh, probably like over the past 4 or 5 months. You guys probably remember, if you're in the live chat, let me know if you remember. But like, I will constantly bring up evolutions because I always would look at that set and it's just like, it just makes no sense how people can open this set up and you could pull out a couple cards and you already got your value back out of it. So what we're seeing right now is evolutions is actually been going up through the roof this past like couple of weeks. I actually have not even looked like super closely. I like to do things together with all of you guys, so I just have been seeing stuff on Instagram and things here and there, little like chit chat and things like that from people and hearing it. But evolutions right now seems to be on fire. So let's see what's going on. Let's check it out together and see what exactly is going on. So I'm on eBay and I just put in Evolutions booster box. So first of all, if you guys don't know, Evolutions is a set that I believe was released in the year 2016. So what I'm going to do is go to PokeCollector. This is a website that has all of the Pokemon sets all kind of in order. It makes things a lot easier. So you could just pull up Evolutions like this and we could take a peek here. So Evolutions came out November 2nd, 2016, and this set has 108 cards, 5 secret rares. It is a throwback. It was for the Pokemon 20th anniversary set, and it was a throwback to old school base set stuff. So you have stuff like old school Charmander base set, but the thing is, they threw all of these into reverse holographic cards as well. So you can get this card in a reverse. It's got that OG look. It's super nostalgic. I remember when this set came out, I was like a kid in a candy store. I was buying these and I was just opening them, just having a blast. I mean, you could pull out the OG Charizard. Of course, it's a reprint, but it's got a lot going for it. It's super difficult to grade, and with that in itself makes the card super valuable because it's really hard to find. And on top of that, it's got the OG artwork. I mean, this set, and I've always spoke about it, and I've always said, guys, you got to grab some Evolutions. This set is on this is just way too cheap right now, and now we're seeing what happened is this set is just exploded. So let's see what is going on right now. First, let's check out and see what exactly has been selling. Okay, and we're gonna take. Okay, that's one pack it says, but let's take a peek here. So first of all, we don't know 100% if every sold listing is legitimate or not. But if we see like a trend of it just happening and happening and happening, then it seems to be that it would be. But so for example, this set right here, shipped from the UK, just sold today very shortly ago for roughly $500 US. Now, I didn't even realize they were that high. So hold on a second, though. I'm not saying it's worth $500, but just take a look and see what's actually happening right now. We're seeing cases of Evolutions going for, it looks to be $2,700. So as some sold prices. And again, I'm not saying this is the exact price. I'm just looking at what's happening like this very second and trying to dissect it together with all of you guys. And if you guys have input on it as well, let me know. But $2,700, we divide that by 6, you're looking at $450 a booster box. We're seeing $375 a booster box. That one sold earlier today as well. $400. So is that like the going rate right now? Are we seeing these going for about $375 to $400? Shaggy in the house, what's going on, dude? $375, and then we see this person in the UK selling it looks like going for $500-ish. So a lot of times too with international listings and stuff like that, I know a lot of our collectors over like in the UK and stuff like that have to usually like pay more because of certain things like import taxes and stuff like that. So there is that where people in other countries besides the United States end up paying more. And you're seeing that like Canada, $450 best offer. You're seeing these elite trainer boxes as well. So I'm starting to get the feeling that they're going $375, $400 right now. Let me know if you guys think that's correct or not. But this is the thing. If we look back, what's going to be crazy right now is I can look at all of the history right now of Evolutions booster boxes on eBay by just going to and looking through the last 3 months. I can do it by end it recently. So if I go end it recently, I can go through and I could see all the way back to like we could track what's going on. So to give you an idea, okay, so we're at 400. A lot of this stuff this is all today's sales. Evolutions is going nuts because this is what happened. Another thing I want to bring up about Evolutions too, not just the set and nostalgia attached to it, but the other thing you have to think about is base set unlimited has been going up so quickly in value that base set unlimited used to be super like pretty affordable if you, in comparison to like something like first edition base set. But now base set unlimited has been picking up so much that it's pushed so many people to be like, all right, well, what's the next best thing here? We obviously like vintage stuff, but like for base set, evolutions comes to mind for a lot of people. So a lot of people are grabbing evolutions right now because it's a huge throwback to base set. So that's kind of like my mindset of what is exactly is going on right now. But I mean, evolutions, like look at this. I'm still at the last 24 hours of sold evolutions. It just keeps going and going. And let's kind of see when it starts to switch over. So now we're coming down a little bit. We're at like 330. This is all super recent, by the way, guys. Like this is all happening right now, because I remember like a couple days ago, I think I was seeing them going for like 300, maybe 320. Yeah. So 300. Now we're back 3 days ago and we're already down to 300 ish. So this is within the past 48 hours, we've seen Evolutions booster boxes jump $100 a box and stabilize. Crazy. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the live chat right now. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm trying to read at the same time, but I'm doing like 10 things at once right now. So doing my best to see what's going on in the chat as well. But like, okay, so now we're back. Yeah, we're at like... We're still going back. We're still within like the last 5 days here, and 280, 250. So we're coming down. So this is all. If we go back 7 days, we might have doubled. Like this set might have doubled in price in the last week. Let me see if I can get back to like two. Yeah, here's 200. All right, within the last week, it looks to me like Evolutions has doubled in price within the last 7 days. Mystic Mew says, I'm thinking I shouldn't have opened my Evolutions. Okay. So now if we go back, so that was a week. So let's go back a little further. Let's take a look back even further. So now if we go back to July 26th, let me see if I can find something. So a little over $100. We're back in July. So this is what, a couple months ago? Oh, a little more than a couple. July, August, September, October. So actually, this is a while ago. This is like 3 months ago. This is when I was still bringing it up. I was still saying Evolutions is cheap. You can get booster boxes for $90, $100. Like, this is crazy cheap. You guys should be picking these up. And hopefully a lot of you guys were paying attention in this PokeRev show schooling here, because that's what happened. It's crazy. So we go all the way back to July. We're seeing they were around $100 to $115. This is the PokeRev Pokemon cards school of whatever. Learn Pokemon card stuff here, guys. Seriously. There's so many things that we talk about here that we've seen it come to fruition. Like, we talk about Evolutions being super undervalued. What happens? It blows up. We were talking about Shining Legends and how I remember Pokemon Center threw them up, and it's just at retail price, and people were like, that's crazy good. That's a crazy good deal. Like, a lot of this stuff comes up during the lives as well. So yeah, so Evolutions, as of now, I'm not saying like this is like the 100% value of it being $400 right now, but I'm just saying like what the market is doing right now, it looks to me like the last few days, 2-3 days or so, it's been at, or a couple days anyway, it bumped from 200 to 400, and people. So the other thing we can also do here is we can look and see what's like the lowest listed stuff. Like, if I want to buy an Evolutions booster box right now, I want to go on eBay and I want to buy one right now. What do I have to pay this very second? So let's find out. So I put them in order of highest to lowest, and I'm scrolling through, 500, a lot of people at 5, but keep in mind, guys, there's a lot of Evolution stuff out there. Whoops, I got to show you guys the screen. Keep in mind, there's a lot of Evolution stuff. This is all what's listed right now. But the demand is really high. The demand is really high for Evolutions. So we're scrolling through. Let's see. So this one just listed right now for $380 plus $10 shipping. So that's roughly almost $400. Go back a little bit. Now we're down to bidding. So everything, I would say everything under $390 is bidding. Bidding. This is all bids. So that's not the buy it now price. So basically right now, if I want to go on eBay and I want to buy an Evolutions booster box, I don't want to deal with the 5 or 6 auctions that are up right now. I just want to buy a box. I would go to this new listing, which probably will sell because It's the cheapest, and it was just listed. Where'd it go? Yeah, this is like the cheapest. It has a damaged seal too, so that might be one of the reasons why they're putting it a little lower. So it's like a little bulging out on the side there, and the seal's kind of somewhere. Whatever. Something's going on with this box a little bit. Oh, here it is. So it's like a hole in the front of the wrap. So like I would say most people would just buy this one just to open it up. So if you want to get one for under 400, you grab one with the seal that's like broken a little bit. So that's kind of what's going on with Evolutions right now. That's crazy. All right. I wanted to dive deep into that one. I was waiting for somebody to ask a question about Evolutions. But all right, let's jump back into it. Let's see what else we got going on in the Pokemon world. I know I missed last week's live stream as well, so thank you guys for tuning in today, even though it's at a really different time than normal. Surprised a lot of people honestly aren't out. I don't know. It's Saturday night-ish, late afternoon for some people. But thank you guys for tuning in. We actually have more people tuning in here at this time than the normal time that I normally do. So around 1,200 people hanging out here. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, guys, if you are enjoying it, don't forget to smash that like button. And let's keep rolling here through. We're going to jump into the live chat really quickly here and see what's going on. We have... Let me get back to where I was. Okay. We've got Thomas B. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Do people trade ungraded cards, or do I have to grade my older cards, then sell them and buy the ones I want and don't have? So yeah, trading is a pretty popular thing in Pokemon. Like just like with the old days of like trading your Pokemon in the video game and stuff like that, and even at the schoolyard, a lot of people do trade cards ungraded, booster boxes, all kinds of stuff. There's a level of trust though too that you have to deal with trading. So basically, a lot of times how trading works, or how I've seen it work, is basically most of the time the person that is the most trusted or maybe most known in like the community or has a really good track record, usually they're the ones to receive the product first, and then the person that might not have as much of a track record or whatever as well known, it can then usually sends it second. And I remember being in both roles. I remember when I first started, I would do trades with people that were super into it like 5 years ago, and I was 5 or 6 years ago, and I was brand new to it, and I would send first, and then they would send to me second. That's kind of how it worked. But the other way you can do it too is people will middleman stuff. So you can have somebody that's super trusted, and then the two people just send to that person. They get the trade, and then they swap it and they ship it out to they do the trade in that sense. So they sort of facilitate the trade, and I know some people do that to kind of help each other out with trading and to keep it kind of so nobody gets scammed, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to get scammed. That's the one thing to be careful with trading and stuff like that, is you don't want to get scammed. What's going on? So we got Royce J, and we have Gabster49. Welcome to the PokeCave membership. I appreciate you joining up to the PokeCave. Well, we got even more people joining up too. We have Curry C and Aiden M. Thank you so much for joining up to the PokeCave Adventure membership. I appreciate you being here and being part of this. Make sure you check the community tab as well. I like to tell this to everybody so that you're aware of it. Check the community tab if you're in the adventure tier, because there's going to be information on there on how to access the members exclusive openings that are at the end of every single month here. So at the end of the month, we're doing the ultimate shiny hunt. It's going down probably in about a couple weeks or so. So plenty of time to jump in on that, and you have access as well to all the other perks for being a member here, and thank you so much for being here. But let's see what else we have going on here in the live chat. So we have John W. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey man, I have a first edition Glorak, that's a Charizard, in pretty great shape, minimal scratches and whitening. What would be a good price to sell it at? So it kind of gets a little bit tricky when you're talking about ungraded cards, because there's so many different things that have to go into that, the demand, the sort of like, even this down to like how the pictures look, because sometimes people take photos of ungraded cards and people aren't sure of something, and it becomes a little bit more uncertain. So it's kind of tough to actually price something like that out when it's not graded. The whole thing with grading a card is so that you can kind of at least get a better idea of a fair market price and like what the actual condition is of it. So it brings up a lot more uncertainties with it, but that can actually work in your favor sometimes too, because people will get a little bit more excited, like, oh, maybe this is like a PSA 9, maybe it's even a 10 or, an 8 or whatever the case may be. And sometimes people will actually bid it up if it's on an auction, and they'll bid even more because it's just, the excitement of getting the card in and things like that. Now, I don't really sell ungraded cards. I never really did, but I've seen a lot of ungraded cards on eBay and stuff, and sometimes the prices, when I see what they sold for and what I think the condition of the card actually is through a grading service, it's tricky. But in terms of like an exact price on it, I'm not totally sure on that one. An auction might be a decent way to go with it, though. So Jake with the super chat, what do you think about the Evolution singles staying at about the same price? Seems the value in the packs is in the packs opening nostalgia, and that's kind of a good point to bring up with Evolutions. And this happens with a lot of sealed stuff. And this is just my opinion, but I always feel like sealed stuff really a lot of times will be outpacing a lot of the actual single card prices, because like you said, the experience of opening those packs up, you can't really put you can put a price on that, but like it's so hard to determine what that price value is to somebody, because it could be such a different price to this person in comparison to that person. That's why when you're talking about sealed stuff, the actual experience in itself is worth so much, because if somebody could sit there and open Evolutions, and even I know it's not the exact cards that we grew up with, the base set, but you still get that vibe. I remember when I was opening Evolutions up for the first time, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, because I was getting a really similar experience to base set from when I was a kid, but I'm getting it for whatever the booster box was, like $100. And I was opening it, and I was like, just the experience alone was worth the $100 to me, let alone the card value as well. So there's always, I feel like, a premium to sealed products because of, like you said, the experience. That's a cool thing to bring up as well. And I'm still, I'm jumping here through the super chats as well. So I appreciate everybody that's been throwing in super chats. I always make sure to go through and read all of those as well. But I do jump back to the form after I read all these. And if you guys have questions in the form, I do get to those in order that I receive them as well. So what's going on? We got a super chat, 499. 2 weeks ago, I bought XY Evolutions booster box for $100. Seller had to cancel my order due to a family emergency. It is now $400. Sometimes you do. I'm not saying the seller canceled it for a different reason than that, but sometimes, I've seen it happen. I've purchased things before where it's like the market just moves so fast that it's like they cancel the order on you, and then they realize it's worth a lot more. But I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely, I think there's definitely going to be plenty of opportunity, hopefully, to still pick up Evolutions, because it's really out there. So you got to keep that in mind too. But yeah, $400 a box now is what it seems to be like it's going for. We have Jake. What's going on? What do you think about Evolution? I'm sorry, I read that one before. I read the one before that. And Gengar says, with the super chat, says, I get sealed case for $1,800 right now. That's solid. Yeah, so I would assume too, like, don't keep the eBay price as like the set in stone price for this kind of stuff too, because you got to think you can probably find stuff outside of eBay. So that's a good thing to bring up too, guys. There are different places you could check for Pokemon cards besides eBay. It's not like the the only spot to go to, because eBay is going to charge fees on top of that for the seller. So, if something where you can get it for $1,800, let's just say they had to sell it for $2,000 on eBay, they'd have to sell it for more than $2,000 to deal with the fees as well. So you're talking over $250 in fees, most likely, for a sale to net $1,800 for the Evolutions booster box. So definitely look around different, card websites, your local card stores, places like that. I'm sure like Facebook, Instagram, wherever else you can really buy and sell things. Check around, because the eBay prices to also incorporate that the fees. They put that into the price as well. So we also have we have Kathib with the super chat, Thank you for the super chat. What about cards in Champion's Path? Are they worth anything? So Champion's Path, really the big thing going with Champion's Path is going to be the Charizards at the end of the day. I mean, there's the Gardevoirs in there, there's the Dreadnoughts and all, but it's not. That's the I'm sure those cards do have value, but like the big cards with Champion's Path is definitely the Charizards for sure. It's mostly the Charizards. That's what people hunt for in that set. It kind of saved that set, to be honest with you. I think the Charizards was like, they put it in there to kind of make that set pop. Gengar says, Hidden Fates ETB reprint December, 20% of original print run, I'm assuming, of original print run. So yeah, the Hidden Fates ETB's reprint, I don't think I actually mentioned this because I wasn't live last week. But I did hear about that. So the ETBs of Hidden Fates are getting reprinted. If you guys don't know, Elite Trainer boxes, those have gone up quite a lot. Now, we can actually check out the market on those and kind of see if that kind of scared the market. Like, because right now with Hidden Fates getting reprinted, the Elite Trainer boxes, which I actually did not expect that at all. But that's the thing. It's still, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near enough with the demand for this kind of stuff. So Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box, we can kind of see what is going on with that right now. Let's see what's happening. All right, so Hidden Fates, I had it in highest to lowest. Let me just do best match. I'm going to put all categories on. A lot of times I like to just keep all categories. And then we can just go to like most recent sold and see what's happening with them. So they're still going for quite a bit. I mean, I'm seeing like 200. That sold. That was a quick sale. 275, 260 your best offer, and this is a pre-release for this one here. So that $80 with a pre-release on it, so not in hand. 235. So you guys let me know if you've seen what Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes were going before this announcement. We can kind of scroll back. Actually, I'm gonna assume it was like a week or two ago when they announced it. So 330. So it looks like they did dip a little bit. 330. It's kind of hard to tell. They're kind of all over the place. 500, 525 are best. Maybe not. Maybe I think that 250 is kind of seems to be. Maybe they dipped a little bit. It's hard to tell. They're really all over the place. So it would be interesting to see how much that affects the market. I don't think it's going to be like a huge. It might affect it a little bit, but. Hey, Burnmander, dude, thank you so much for joining the PokeCave Adventurer membership. Welcome to the PokeCave, Burnmander. You've always been here, though. I appreciate you joining up, as well as Kevin P. We also have Jay-Z. Thank you so much for joining up to the PokeCave. Mystic, thank you for joining up as well. I appreciate you guys jumping in to the PokeCave and being a part of it. I've seen a lot of the adventure tiers in there. So guys, again, I'm just going to mention it for all of our newest members here. Make sure you check the community tab. It's on the channel. So if you go to the channel page, you'll see like videos, then you'll see community tab. Click that, and then you'll see exclusive posts, and it'll tell you the information on access the members tab that's on the pokecave.com, where you can grab packs for the members openings at the end of every single month. So let's see what else we have going on here. We got Zika in the house, 299 super chat. Which Zards do you own? Any first edition Shadowless? Yeah, so I could actually go over my Charizard collection. I think I had a video that I did it was actually quite a while ago. I think it might have been over 6 months ago at least, maybe even 7 or 8 months ago. But I went through a lot of my Charizard collection in there. So like first edition base set, Shadowless, Unlimited, all that kind of stuff, evolutions. I mean, a lot of the Charizards that you guys see definitely in the collection. We also have Seth W. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. I bought an Evolutions last week for $183 from Troll and Toad. I just got it yesterday. Had to send it back to the booster was roughed up. I asked for exchange. I hope I get it. I don't want a refund. Yeah, so yeah, that's the one thing you do have to worry about too. But a lot of times though, with like the really well-known sellers and bigger businesses, they should definitely swap it out for you. I don't see why not. I know TCA Gaming is definitely he has a lot of inventory with Troll and Toad, so I'm sure he would probably know as well, but I would assume they would. I mean, kind of like seller integrity there would probably be bad business for them to kind of go back on that. Also, Zika, thank you again for the $4.99 super chat. I run promoted ads on OfferUp for buying old Pokemon cards. A guy messaged me with a PSA 6 first edition Charizard, wants $500. I hope he isn't bluffing. So I haven't dealt with OfferUp much, but that's another good marketplace. So I could see what you're doing there, kind of like the old school Craigslist ads where you throw it up that you're buying Pokemon cards or or whatever, and getting like sort of leads that way. But yeah, best of luck with that. So Thade M with the super chat as well. I appreciate all the super chats. 4 weeks ago, I bought 7 Evolutions displays sealed, and now you're telling me they get sold for almost $500 each. I have the whole set with all cards in reverse. What do you think it's worth? That's a tough call. I'm not totally sure what an entire set would be worth ungraded in a binder in mint condition. I can try to check on eBay and take a peek there, but I definitely I wouldn't know like an exact market price or even really close to a market price on something like that. But we could take a look and see if maybe there's a set on here to kind of Evolutions complete. Maybe something will come up for that. So Evolutions complete. Let's see. See if anything comes up. Let me put Pokemon in the title so I don't get random things. Pokemon Evolutions complete. So there we go. Okay, so actually a lot of these complete sets have been sold. This one actually, so these two all these sold within the last day or two. So complete master set, $600 or best offer. Another one, $600 or best offer. I believe it's a complete set here. Said it was sold. And yeah, I mean, that's probably, it looks to be a complete set. So maybe they accepted for 500, maybe even it was 600. So probably in that ballpark, which again is pretty crazy because like if you think about the Evolutions booster box alone, going for about 400 or even more now. So hopefully that helped you out a little bit there with that question. All right, so let's jump back into the live Q&A form. Let's see what we have in here. Let's see. We have Torvin with a card grading estimate. What will my cards grade at PSA? Have you heard of the service Ludkins? It's a UK company which are sending your cards to PSA. Have you ever had any experience? Could you share? Yeah, absolutely. Ludkins is a well-known card middleman grading service in the UK. There's also, I believe, a USA sort of location as well that you guys can send your cards in through. It's basically a company that kind of middlemans it to PSA. They deal with all the behind the scenes stuff, so you don't have to deal with it. You just send them your cards, and then they take care of everything for the rest. But yeah, really well-known company. Definitely check them out if you don't want to deal with all of this stuff that goes into actually having to submit cards. We got Wolfpath in the house. A buying and selling question. The goal is to collect Evolutions Pokemon cards, and the question is it worth it to buy Evolutions CP6 20th anniversary Japanese booster boxes for $900 and open it? I don't found a price list for the single cards. Wow. So first off, I didn't even realize they were going for that much, but it makes sense if Evolutions regular English is going for quite a bit. So CP6 box. So we can check it out and see what comes up on here. Honestly, a lot of times keeping it sealed can be the best way to sort of go about it, but let's see what we have coming up on here on the screen. So CP6 box. Let me put Evolutions on here too, so I narrow it down a little bit more. If I can type. There we go. Okay. CP6 is the Japanese version of it. If it's going to come up. Okay, maybe don't put Evolutions in that. CP6 box. So let's see what's sold. Wow, these have moved quite a lot. All right, let me put Pokemon in the title. Pokemon. 700, 550, 575 best offer. So yeah, it looks like maybe you might not be able to get those prices anymore if the English version is going for that much. Let's see what. Yeah, they're gone. So they cleared out. The only one up is 2,000 or best offer from a couple people and some empty wrappers. That's it if you want CP6. So honestly, it's tough. I don't know what the exact card prices are on CP6. I haven't really tracked it very much, but I could put in PSA 10s and see if I'm kind of thinking, leaning towards it's probably better to keep it sealed. Like that's a black label, which is very difficult to get. Yeah, probably keep it sealed. That's what I would do. That would be what I would do with those. All right, so we have another question from Nicholas, a buying and selling question. The question is, hey, how can I find the average prices of German cards, and are you opening any German Wizard of the Coast boxes anytime soon? So I don't have anything lined up for German Wizard of the Coast booster boxes lined up, but so that could be a market where there's not really a like set way to track prices of a lot of foreign sort of language cards. So that could be something where somebody comes in and creates that actual sort of website or place to track that, besides just going to eBay sold. So there's also another website, but you have to pay. You have to sign up for. You probably could find pricing data on it. But and actually, I brought this up the last Q&A. It's called worthpoint.com. I should probably make an actual membership here, but you could track. eBay only lets you go back 3 months, but you could track like. You could track back for years with this one. They keep track of all the eBay sales, but the problem is you have to pay. So sales date, you could put in an order by sales date, and then like say I go all the way back. Like it'd be kind of cool to go through and see the prices of a lot of stuff. But let me see if I go back like super old. So like 2007, it would be cool to see what the prices were for a lot of this stuff. For one mint condition base set booster box. You know what? Maybe we should do it. I like to just do whatever comes to mind here. So I wonder if I could sign up for just like a month, and like we could just look at prices of some things from years ago. It'd be kind of fun to do. Let me know if you guys would want to do that. So if I sign up for this, all access Worth Point price guide, the ultimate price guide with over 545 million prices. I guess I just need the basic one. I wonder if I could do that right now really quickly. Let's see if that works. Because if I create an account, it'd be kind of cool to see what stuff was going for a while ago. Give me 1 second, guys. Like, to go back to 2007 and see, like, what exactly stuff was going for. So I actually have an account already. Can I just up my subscription really quickly to this, the monthly one, and just, if I want to cancel it later, I can. Upgrade. And then... Sorry, guys. Hang tight for 1 sec. Oh, all right. I already have my payment on here from when I signed up a while ago, I believe. Oh, I did it. Did I do it? All right. Pokemon base box unlimited. All right. This is going to be crazy if this actually worked, because then we could actually see what stuff sold for. Oh, this is going to be wild. Unlimited base set. Okay. Oh, it worked. Okay, guys, you got to see this. This is going to be fun. If you guys are just tuning in right now, I just signed up for Worth Point randomly. It keeps track of all the sales prices for years. So I just paid for a month right now, and I just put base set unlimited box. Let's see. All right, let's play some guesses. All right, guys, put a guess in, put a hashtag and a price. Put in what you think the price of a base set unlimited box sold for in 2007. We're going to go back to 2007. Let's do it. We're going back in time. We're stepping back in time. All right. You guys ready for this? Get in the time machine. Put it in the chat right now. Let me know how much you think a base set unlimited booster box sold for in 2007. We're going to go back to 2007 and see what the sold prices were. Right now, base set unlimited booster boxes, I'm seeing them like $20,000 or more. 250, 200, 500, 400, 600, 300, 900, says Julian. It's flying through 450, 3,000, 6,000, 8,000. This is cool to see how all the guesses here. This is going to hurt, says James. So I think somebody said $7. 250, 1,500. All right. This is going to be crazy. I'm going to put my guess in. I'm going to say they were I'm going to say a base set unlimited booster box in 2007 was $150. Can I put a little bit of a range? 150 to 200. Let's see what it is. All right. Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. $100. Oh my. Oh, I can't do this. Oh. 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 I got to hashtag rehydrate for this one. $99.99. And no, not $9,999. $99.99. $81. That was a good deal. This auction is for one mint condition base set unlimited factory sealed booster boxes. 36 packs are in the booster box, and the packs could possibly contain a Charizard, Venusaur, or Blastoise. This box is out of print and it's very, very rare. PayPal is the only payment I'll accept. Thank you for your business and happy bidding. Woo! $100. You could buy them all day. It looks like $80. They're gonna have to get you with shipping on this one. It says it's 2 pounds, 5 ounces. So they're going to have to charge you for shipping on that one, unfortunately. So $100 plus your shipping. Oh, first is that? Oh, it's an unlimited. Oh, we can't don't get too carried away. $60 for an entire booster box of Jungle Unlimited in 2007. Everyone's this is wild. So if you guys are just joining up right now, you just joined at the perfect time. I just subscribed to worthpoint.com. It tracks prices on eBay for the past, what is that, 2007, 17, 18, 19, 20, 13, 14 years. And we're looking at Pokemon cards that sold, booster boxes. Here's a fossil booster box, January 27th, 2007. Tom says, I think we could cover the shipping on that one. $60. Wow. All right. Let's go a little bit further in here. Let's see. Here's an Italian base set booster box for the incredible price of $40. $40. All right. So here's all shadowless cards. Here's a Gyarados first edition base set card. Looks pretty nice for the price of $14.99. Now we have to see what a first edition base set booster box went for. Let's continue with base set unlimited. Let's go a couple years ahead here. Let's move to 2011. So 2011, things changed a little bit. So we have a base set unlimited booster box for $357. This is a sealed base set unlimited booster box. These booster boxes are skyrocketing in price. Be sure to get your hands on one today. Yes, they are skyrocketing in price. $357. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. So if we continue down, here's a potential shadowless for the price of $580. You can tell it's potentially shadowless. Actually, there's no country codes on the bottom. That's a really good sign. This one could have been shadowless. There's no country codes. It's got the Charizard on the side there. $580. $580. Or if you want, in 2011, you could buy a booster pack for $15 straight from a booster box. Sorry, but for some reason people keep committing to buy but neglect to pay or communicate. Immediate payment is now required. You guys got to put your payments in. If you're paying $15 for a pack and you're committing to this base and unlimited pack, you got to pay. Would you guys pay right now if you could? Wow. So contains no labels of any kind. What does that mean? Oh, this is their number one selling auction is back, they said. They're selling because of their upcoming college expenses. Be sure to check out their base, jungle, and fossil and gym listings. The number one selling auction is back. My second booster box has now been opened and ready for purchase. This purchase is for one base set booster packs, unlimited edition from 1998, well, from 1999. Contains no labels of any kind. Contains 11 additional cards. Best of luck receiving classics such as Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. You can request specific cover arts, and I will make it happen if possible. Please be aware I ship single packs orders in plain white envelopes. If you like maximum protection on your purchase, an insured bubble mailer with first class shipping is $2.82. So, guys, you have to pay a little bit more for the security of it. So, I don't know if it's worth it. $15 plus $2.82 for a bubble mailer. Of course, it's worth it. Because right now, yeah. All right, so let's jump a little bit more ahead here. Let's jump a little further in time. Let's go to let's go to okay, so now we're in 2013. What's going on in 2013? So 2013 base set unlimited booster boxes 400 to 500. This one sold for 500. Mint condition. Okay, and then green wing potential shadowless around $800 or so. I mean, these are all just super cheap if you're comparing it into today's like pricing. A base set 2 booster box in 2013 was $329. Wow. Okay. Now we got to look at first edition base set. I mean, we have to. First edition base Pokemon. Are you guys ready for this? Actually, before I put it through completely, you guys let me know in the year 2007, how much do you think a first edition base set booster box was worth? I'll wait for you guys to throw it in the chat right now. Let me know how much you think a first edition base set booster box is worth. Keep in mind, the last first edition base set booster box to sell was just shy of, from public anyway, a public auction, just shy of $200,000. Excuse me. I'm going to need to take a sip for this one. All right. Pokedeek says 500. Ryan says 150 to 300. Tom says $150. We got 1,700, 250, 1,500, 450, 350, 450, 350. I had to wait. Somebody had to put that in there. 350, 250, 300, 300, 800, 800 to 1,000. We're putting in our guesses right now. We're gonna find out what a first edition base set booster box was selling for in 2007. Hopefully there was a sale in 2007, but in that range, 2007, maybe 2008 or something. All right, let's check. This is the moment of truth. I'm gonna put my guess in though. See, they were still sought after back then, so I'm gonna say 2007. I'm gonna say 1,500. I'm gonna say $1,500. Let's find out right now. All right. All right. Moment of truth. All right. We're going to go back to as far back as we can and see if we can find one. So we're back in 2007. That's not English, but it sold for, excuse me, $35. This is German. German. All right. Look at this description. New booster box, first edition base set German. You're bidding on a new factory sealed booster box of first edition base set German. This box has 36 packs of cards. Buyer has to pay $9 for priority shipping and handling. I am sorry. You had to pay $9 plus the $35 for the first edition base set box. All right. But we want to see English. So let's see. Oh, there's a Shadowless Charizard for $34. All right. Oh, this is madness right now. Korean, $51. Where's English? Because English, they still were hard to find. I mean, it wasn't something easy to find. Some people in the chat are saying they're blown away. James is blown. Oh, what's up, James? James says I'm blown away right now. All right, we got to see if we can find one. Keep in mind, they weren't like the easiest thing to find. I could do 100 per page. Let me see. I got to go back to page 104. All right, 103. All right, let's see if we can find one. The oldest tracked sale of a first edition base set booster box. We're about to find out right now all together at the same time. All right. I'm still not finding one. I'm in 2007. I still don't see one. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom. 2007. We might not even have any in 2007 come up. But if you guys see the prices on a lot of stuff, it's pretty crazy. Let's see. Still don't see one. There's a base set unlimited. Oh, hold on. Stop. Oh wait, no, this is just like a little bit of like clickbait. It says random lot of 100 Pokemon cards, and then they have like first edition Charizards and stuff, but you not guaranteed that, so that's not an accurate price for those. When are we gonna see our first? Oh, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We had to go all the way to 2009, but it looks to be the first one that I found in the results here. Oh, $2,100 for a first edition base set booster box, which is now going for over $200,000. All right, let's see. June 1st, 2009. This auction is for one sealed English Pokemon base set booster box, first edition. The box is in mint pristine condition. They're like a salesman right now on this. Let me move over my face out of the way so you can see. They had to jazz the listing up to get it to sell. It's sealed in the original clear plastic wrap. Nope, the lack of Wizard of the Coast stamps. This is how the very first boxes were made. So they're pretty knowledgeable here on this as well, because there was no stamps on these. So you can be sure the packs haven't been searched or weighed or whatever those dodgy folks do. This is the very first print run of Pokemon cards ever printed in English, and if you're considering this auction, then you already know how rare these are. Boosters from this set have frequently gone for over $100, and they sourced it. They put the source in the link so you guys know that they're not making this up. First edition base set booster packs are going for $100. It's crazy to just look back at this because it wasn't even 10. Oh yeah, it was 10 years ago. It was 11 years ago when this person put this up, which really is not incredibly long time ago, of course. And packs only appear once a month or so. The $100 plus ones were more than 90 days ago, so I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. I like when people put funny stuff in the descriptions. So, oh, and they linked a $78 sale and a $75 sale for a pack. These packs are getting rarer and rarer every day. Soon you'll have to pay out of questionable what? I will ship worldwide for free. Please do not hesitate to contact me with any questions. I'm a nice guy. You seem like a nice guy. Where are you now? I hope you're not watching this because you're gonna probably be a little bit upset from selling this. Emily says, okay, but imagine doing this now, but with 2030 vision. That's a good call. All right, we gotta look a little bit further now. I'm very curious. So that was 2009. So I might have been whoever guessed maybe in the $1,000 to $1,500 price range for 2007 might have been on point because that was $2,000 in 2009. So let's continue and see if I don't think there were any other ones on this, so we might have to go to like 2010 to see the next sale of one of these. Yeah. All right, let's continue down our time machine of just wishes and dreams at this point. Oh, it gets worse though. There's other things coming up here. Oh, they said that guy hates Pokemon right now. All right, so check this out. I'm seeing Genesis. This randomly came up in the search results, but a first edition Genesis box, $510. So it's really interesting too when you look at the description on a lot of these. A lot of people always bring up the shipping costs because back then it wasn't as like popular to do free shipping. So a lot more people now will do free shipping. Like I'll do, depending on where, if you're domestic, free shipping or just like a little upcharge if you're international. But like a lot of people back then, it was like nobody was really doing free shipping. So it was always like, they always told you about like the shipping costs. And so it's like kind of funny reading it now because yeah, like obviously we would pay $500 for this booster box right now because it's worth like, I don't know, 25 grand. I don't know the exact price on this, but like looking at it now, it's like, well, yeah, I would, whatever the shipping cost is, hit me with it. Like if you tell me this is going to be $50 to ship it, oof, that's all right. I think we'll be all right with that. But no, so let's see if we can find another first edition base set booster box here in our like time machine of prices. So all right, 2009. Oh, this is crazy just seeing this. Base Japanese, $300. All right, so we're down in our time machine. It hurts to see this, but we gotta know. Okay, that's not first edition. That's probably Shadowless. That's probably most likely Shadowless because that's clear wrap, no country codes on the bottom. Wow. I want to read with this. So this sold for $700 back in May 21st of 2010. Pokemon Shadowless Booster Box, ultra rare for the serious-minded collectors. Ultra rare. This is for the serious-minded collectors. The earlier print run of Base Unlimited set, the earliest version. I like how everybody had to be like a salesman back then. Like they had to be like, well, if you have to be a serious collector for this. But like obviously right now it's like, yeah, of course anybody would pay that price. But so this box is identical to the first edition base set, excluding the first edition printing stamps. Like the first edition base set box, it is sealed, clear, cellophane wrap, the Wizard Coast wrapping that we're so accustomed to seeing on later print runs of the Shadowless set didn't always guarantee Shadowless packs or cards. The clear wrapping ensures fresh mint Shadowless packs and cards. Note, the packs and cards contained in this box are Shadowless, and they contain 36 Shadowless packs with 11 cards. Such Pokemon cards, such as the greats, such as Alakazam, Blastoise, Chansey, Greenwing, Charizard, These are some of the greats. Hitmonchan, Magneton, Mewtwo, Nidoking, Ninetales, Poliwrath, Raichu, Venusaur, Zapdos, and the infamous red-cheeked Pikachu. The infamous, like it's like infamous, infamously known for those red cheeks. That darn Pikachu with those red cheeks, infamously known. But really, really Pikachu's famous for those red cheeks now. Or keep for what it truly is, a collector's item. These boxes are becoming extremely scarce, and the No Shadows collection can... Oh, this goes on. Can be complete without one. The Shadowless cards and the first edition cards are identical in every way with the exception of the first edition stamp. Shadowless are the first true unlimited base set cards and are highly sought after because of their extreme rarity. It is believed this print run was less than the first edition base set run, making these cards very desirable. The third print or the second print of Unlimited series are different in many ways. For example, the character cards have a shadow at the bottom right of the picture, giving the appearance of being raised, thus the term Shadowless for the earlier printings. Also, these are like the pioneers of old school collectibles. This is fun. I hope you guys are having a fun time with this one, because I am. This auction for the sealed box listed... See, they always talk about the shipping and handling. Finally, the bottom of the cards appears of the years 1999 and yeah, okay. This series only shows 99. Picture for reference only. Shipping and handling via USPS priority insured. Oh, it's free. Oh, they put in free shipping. Yes. They put in free shipping. PayPal only, US sales. Thank you. Don't let this one get away. Definitely should not have let that one get away, guys. What were you thinking May 21st, 2010? That was like... All right, we're still on our quest right now to try to find the first edition base set booster box. We have... I mean, that just goes to show you how rare they are. Like, we're still looking for one to show up here, and it's been quite a while. We don't see one. The last time we saw one, it was 2009. So... Still have not seen one. It's 2010. The new decade. Where is it? We got to go down the bottom here. Let's see if we can find... There's got to be one in 2010. Oh, $125 for a Legends Awakened booster box. All right. Let's continue down. A Rocket first edition booster box for $83. Stop the madness, please. Oh, and here we go. First edition base set booster packs. Oh. $157 with the Charizard artwork. All right, we got to continue down and see. I was definitely not collecting it in 2011. I can tell you that much. Here we go. Okay, we found it. The second first edition base set booster box to be found on this Worth Point is in 2011. March 2011, we found it. Sold for $5,000. And that thing looks clean. Oh, they had multiple. They had multiple. Box number 5. So they were like, I don't want you guys to get mixed up. This is my 5th box that I'm going to be selling for $5,000 this time. All right, we got to read the description here. And it's a long one. This could be good. This is probably... Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be a good one. All right. Let me take a sip before I read this. All right. Hashtag PokePain, says Emily. All right. Here we go. Let's read it. $5,000 for a first edition base set booster box. And here we had a big description here. I purchased a large sports memorabilia collection from a gentleman who went to all the shows back in the 1980s and 90s. I was an avid collector. He also picked up a number of these Pokemon. First off, I just want to say I love when people put in like these long descriptions. They tell all about it because I love reading this stuff. This is guys telling where all this came from. But anyway, he also picked up a number of these Pokemon cards when they were coming out as they were hot. And I guess he found it interesting. Some he opened, some he didn't. They've basically been sitting for the past 12 years or so as he never did anything with them. Anyhow, I picked up this collection and I'm now selling off the parts I don't want. Oh, you definitely should keep this one. If I could go back in time and tell you right now in hindsight, keep this. This is an original, in all caps, factory sealed English first edition Pokemon base, the holy grail of Pokemon cards, all caps locked with exclamation points. Don't miss probably your only chance to get this rarest of rare Pokemon items. He wasn't kidding, guys. Like, looking back then, he was not kidding. Also, do not bid unless you are serious. Yes, this is the real deal. One can see by my feedback 100% with thousands of items being sold that I am legit. This was an accident that I picked 2 of these boxes up. This listing is for the box which is still factory sealed. I am also selling individual packs, which you can see if you go to my eBay store in the other category, from the other box, which I have opened. This box contains 36 sealed first edition base set packs with 11 cards in each pack. Note, these are first edition. Do not be fooled by others selling similar boxes that are not first edition or by foreign first editions. I love this. This guy's telling you exactly what you need to be aware of in 2011. These U.S. first edition cards are the rarest and most valuable of Pokemon cards. I'm getting lost here. Let me get my... Okay. And unopened packs from this set are unbelievably hard to find. He's not kidding. Unopened boxes, just to show you how rare they are, there hasn't been one listed on eBay this past year. He's also correct about that. Most people would, because we were looking for one, we couldn't find it until we found his. Most people would open these up and then get the packs or holos graded. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. He created the meme before the meme was even created back in 2011. He said, I don't got time for that. If you check my eBay store, I sell lots of other things, and I have tons of stuff I just don't have time to list as it is. So, ... You can get a great deal here and get something very, 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 he said very 3 times rare for yourself that should only appreciate in value or do a little work and turn a nice profit for yourself. The man is ahead of his time back then. He wasn't kidding. Like, if you read this in 2011, you were probably like, what is this guy talking about? But looking back at this, the man was way ahead of his time. Photos are of the actual box listed. Please feel free to ask me questions for higher resolution photos. Send me your email. Hey, you can't do that. You don't want to get banned on eBay. Here we go. The classic old school, you got to throw in and tell them about shipping and handling because there was no free shipping back then. There was, but it wasn't very mainstream. Shipping and handling via USPS priority insured. Signature is required. $12.95 to U.S. sales only. So, guys, you had to pay $5,000. And yes, I'm sorry, you had to pay $12.95 on top of that. That's a deal breaker. What if that was the deal breaker for somebody that was looking to buy this in 2011? They were like, $12.95 shipping. All right, we got to continue with the rest of this. This is a great description. International bidders, shipping will be much, caps lock, higher. Contact me before bidding. Caps lock. Please note eBay policies that impact U.S. sellers. eBay uses a 5-star feedback system which seems to be fair for buyers to evaluate interactions with sellers. However, please understand how your feedback can negatively impact us sellers, especially us small guys who do not sell hundreds of items a month. All right, eBay now keep blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. This is feedback. So if you give a good transaction, blah, 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 blah. He's still going on about the feedback. No bad ratings. He's saying do not give me a bad rating, not even a neutral. Blah, blah, blah. 5 stars. I don't need... Okay. Additionally, this dude is like literally going in on the feedback here. It says, so all I ask is please understand how these reviews are used, and if there is any reason you feel I don't deserve 5 stars in all categories, please let me know what I can do to rectify that. Additionally, if you rate me on any category less than 5 stars, please do not bid again on any of my items. I don't need your business. That may seem harsh, but read above how eBay uses this and tell me how I have any other choice. So with all that being said, if you agree to all that, paying the $12.95 shipping, if you agree no bad feedback, you could get yourself a first edition base set booster box for $5,000 in 2011. If only we could go back in time to when this was actually listed for sale. But we must continue. Oh, hold on. Is that a first edition base set Charizard I see? In 2011, graded in a 6.5 for $125. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. Whew. Oh. All right. The quest to see what other first edition base set booster boxes were listed. And here it is. And here it is. Just, what is that, March? Just 2 weeks later, somebody said, you know what? I'm going to part ways with a first edition. This is all assuming this is a legit box on this one, because there's only one photo. This description is actually pretty good too. I don't know if this was a legit listing or not, because they only have one photo. I mean, it really could be, but they said caps lock. Wow, can you believe it? I just got this in via UPS signature. Payment must be within 2 days of ending. Tracking and insured required. Box is new and sealed. Yeah, could have been legit. Who knows? They said you could pay with eBay Mobile. Sure, I'll pay with eBay Mobile. It could have been fake, because then I see another listing. Yeah, the same person. I don't know. Maybe it was legit. Who knows? Here's another listing, which could have been fake too. These are weird photos of like super small. It looks almost like from a video that they took, like a thumbnail or like a picture from someone's YouTube video maybe. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's continue. Poke Addict just said I threw up. Let's see if we can find another one. Sorry, guys. We trail off sometimes here, but I'm kind of really, really interested. I hope you guys are too at seeing what was going on back then with this. Oh, it's just to make the wound a little deeper here. You could pick up some first edition base set blisters with the Charizard artwork for $90. That hurts just as much. All right, so let's see if we can find another possibly legitimate first edition base set booster box. So we're in 2011 now. We are in 2011. So we're looking for, oh, hold on. Let me go back really quickly. I just saw first edition base set shadowless Charizard. Oh. Pokemon First Edition Shadowless Charizard. Very rare, hard to find. There it is. $175. I don't care what condition that thing is. It looks good. It looks really good. But oh. All right. Let's continue. Let's see if we can find one more, and then I'll jump back into the live Q&A. Let me just see if I can find. I just need to know. I just need to see one more first edition base set booster box in English. Come on, there's got to be one more. They're tough. I mean, they're tough to find now, and even back then, they're tough to find. It looks like from the looks of it back then, we were only seeing like one a year at the most back in 2009, 10, 11 maybe. Hopefully, there's one in 2011 here that we could pull up. I got to see what the price was, because yeah, you guys already know. Oh, hold on. Okay, you guys got to see this. This is a 10. I don't know if you guys could see this. A PSA 10. First edition base set Charizard. October 7th, 2011. $1,750. With this stamp. Whew. And of course, you guys know, I think the last one sold was over $200,000. We got, oh, this person went in on the description. We got to read this one. All right. Let's go. You're bidding on a PSA 10 first edition Charizard from the original English base set. You can tell it's a true first edition card with the first edition insignia. Guys, if you're just joining up right now, we're jumping back, a blast from the past, looking at old school prices. This is a first edition base set Charizard, PSA 10 for $1,750. It gets worse, though. All right. The card is the rarest of all base set cards, as it was the most desirable card when Pokemon Trading Card Game came out in 1999. Given all that, this card has survived time and has graded a PSA to its highest grade possible. Achieving a PSA 10 first edition Charizard nowadays is almost impossible and very infeasible due to, but not limited to, the following reasons. All first edition base set cards are no longer in print. Not every Charizard will grade a PSA 10. Most cards are badly centered, have printing imperfections, slight scuffs on the borders. Not to mention, first edition Charizard cards claiming to be mint by sellers may not be 100% mint by PSA if you decide to get it graded. First edition boxes are going for $7,000 plus. So here we go. So we got some data. This guy's saying $7,000 plus in 2011 for a first edition base set booster box. All right, I'm trying to see what else this guy's saying. Blah, blah, blah. All right, they're just kind of, basically, they go on to say it's tough to get these cards and how tough it is to grade it. Okay. Well, he's not kidding. All right, let's get. Somebody said that was Gary. You never know. Like, a lot of these could, because Gary, King Pokemon, Gary from Pawn Stars, was buying and stuff. Like, ever since Pokemon came out, so some of these listings could have been his. You never know. I'm sure some of them probably were. All right, let's see. We're still on the hunt. We're looking for one more first edition base set booster box in English sold in back in the day here. We got to be able to find one more. We keep getting sidetracked with all these other things that I see. All the other crazy cheap prices. So still not seeing another one here. Let's go to, we might bump into 2012 if we don't see anything on the bottom half of this page. We're going to bump into 2012 and we'll see if we could get one. Come on. Let's go. Let's see if we can find one. You know what I could do? I could do best match instead of sales date. Let's do best match. So, okay. 20, that's not legit. That's $75. So, what if we do, I'm seeing them come up, but I'm seeing a lot of foreign language boxes. We're looking for English. We're looking for English. So if I go by sale date, can I do minimum price maybe on here? I don't know if this lets me do minimum price. That would be nice if they did this. All right, so this is all more recent stuff, but all right, I guess we'll have to continue the quest because I want to jump back into the Q&A because I know a lot of you guys are waiting on that. So, all right, so yeah, guys, let's jump back into the Q&A and let me know, actually, put a hashtag yes or a hashtag no in the live chat if you would like to see like a separate series on that, because I think that'd be a lot of fun just going through and checking out old prices on a lot of different Pokemon cards, sealed products and stuff like that, and then comparing it maybe to like nowadays. Let me know, put a hashtag yes if you'd like to see us like maybe like a mini series on that, or a video or a couple of videos on it, or if you're not into that, put a hashtag no in the chat as well, and I'll definitely I always look and see what you guys are thinking in the comments section. So let me jump back on here and see what we have going on. Sorry, I've not been checking the live chat as much here. I want to keep up to date with what you guys are talking about here as best as I can. So I want to jump back in here and see. We have a Matthew H with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Tyranitar is better than Charizard. Change my mind, says Matthew. You know what? To each their own with Pokemon. That's what it's all about. But cool. Okay, a lot of you guys are saying yes, that you'd like to see a series like that. Some people are just can't bear to look to see the prices. I'm with you on that. If only we could go back in time. All right, so the Pokeshed. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Yo, Nick, I just sold a Beckett 10 1996 Mewtwo for $7,000. 500 Australian dollars. Do you think PSA 10s will jump also? Whoa. The Pokeshed, congratulations on your on the sale. A 1996 Mewtwo for $7,500. So, is it a Beckett? I'd assume a Beckett Pristine 10. I don't know if you sold on eBay, but I could take a peek and see if it comes up on here. That'd be interesting to kind of check out. So I'm gonna switch the screen over to the eBay screen here. And then I'll do high. Oh, there it is. That must be you. Wow. Yeah, it's you. So congratulations on the sale, my friend. That is incredible. A Pristine 10 Japanese Mewtwo. Japanese base set Mewtwo, Pristine 10. The only flaw was the centering at a 9.5. Wow. So definitely, I think Beckett 10s definitely have a premium over PSA 10s for sure. I mean, without question at this point. So PSA 10s will definitely have a good premium, but I still think a Beckett 10 is definitely seen from a lot of people as tougher to find and a lot of times, not always, but sometimes a better condition overall. Because PSA 10s can vary so much in condition as to where a Beckett 10 is pretty spot on with the pristine and then the black labels. So, wow. But yeah, I mean, the PSA 10 prices, I'm seeing everything jump, so I'd assume things will keep jumping. But yeah. Julian, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for the super chat. Any sets in PSA/BGS that you're looking to complete? That's a good question. So a lot of you guys do see a lot of the sealed collection stuff that I get, or like the kind of like random things that I purchase. Like I just purchased some old school magazines that I have like Pokemon stuff inside. And do I have it in here? I don't think I have it in here. But I get like a lot of random sort of like niche sort of like Pokemon items, old school stuff, sealed stuff, and a lot of the like PSA stuff. I usually I don't normally go for like complete sets graded. A lot of times with me, with how I collect, is I just like to go for artworks and sets and stuff that I just genuinely like. So if there's a card artwork that I really like, I'll try to grab one, PSA graded or Beckett graded. But I don't normally go for like complete sets. If I do a complete set, a lot of times it will be like binder sets. So if you guys saw the last video that I posted just yesterday, make sure you check that one out. It's on the channel. It was a really fun one to do. And I've been having a lot of fun kind of filming and editing videos and different types of videos. But I went through my old storage, which I haven't really looked at in like 4 to 5 years. It's a lot of stuff that I would just put into storage because I didn't want to sell it, but it wasn't a part of my main collection. I didn't have room for it, so I'd put it away in storage. And over the years of just doing that, I was like, one day I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to look through this because it's kind of crazy. And I did a part 1 of that on the channel, and just my mind was just blown at some of the things, but you guys haven't seen, but just kind of scratched the surface on that with that first part. So I'm gonna have a part 2 coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not, so you do get a notification when I do post a part 2, and make sure you check out part 1 if you haven't seen it yet. But just going back to that, I remember a lot in 2015, 2016 of doing like binder sets, and I found a lot of them, some of which I completely forgot about. But I do like binders. I like visually seeing them all just laid out in a binder. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But thanks for the question. So also want to jump in here, and Colton, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Love the channel. You and TCA Gaming got me back. Hey, that's awesome to hear. TCA Gaming is an awesome dude. I'm glad to hear that. So Bulbasaur. Oh, thank you so much for the incredibly generous super chat. You're making us all sick to our stomach. Please delete your Worth Point account. I'm not going to renew it. I'll tell you what. I'll do a couple. I might do like a video or two. And just, it's tough to see that stuff because it's just like, if I can only go back in time, right? Oh, I know. It's crazy to watch that. But thank you so much for the support. I also want to jump in here. We also have Amantastic. What's going on, dude? Thank you as well so much for the super chat. Dude, I bought those base set packs I was talking about last Q&A streams for like $4K. Last one sold today for a total of $10,000. Thanks for the advice. Dude, that's awesome to hear. Congratulations on the nice pickup. I remember, I think you were telling me they were like, it was like $300 for base set booster packs or maybe something like that. Yeah, that was a really, really good pickup. I'm happy you went for it, dude. Congratulations. Edwin, thank you as well for the super chat. How much is a Spanish um, Blastoise going for? Found one for $7,000. So I'm not sure if you're referring to like a first edition, but and then it has to also depend on the condition as well. So I don't know if you're talking. Well, I don't know actually. Now you said Spanish B space S. Maybe you're talking Spanish base set, maybe booster box. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe you might be talking about a booster box. I'm gonna guess. So I haven't checked the prices on those, but a Spanish base set. If you found one for 7,000, let's see. So I'm gonna throw it up on here. Spanish. I'm gonna put a Spanish base box. Let's see if. Let's see what comes up for that. So I'm gonna switch the screen back over here, and so that's a first edition, and there's an unlimited. Let me do priced high to low so I can kind of see what's going on here. So, okay, there's one. The lowest one listed is an unlimited for 10,000 or best offer. You said you saw one for 7,000. Then we go to the sold listings. One sold for it's a first edition. I don't know if you're talking to first edition either, but if it's an unlimited, it seems like it could be around that price, honestly. If it's first edition, that's probably a really good price. I'm gonna assume it's unlimited though, since you didn't say first edition, and I'm assuming it's a base booster box as well. Pokebob, dude, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat. Do you ever think the modern sets will reach the sale prices of vintage cards, or do you think they will level out in the coming years? No, I don't think modern will, like, I don't think something modern is going to just get up to some, like, base set, unlimited, or anything like that. It's with modern, there's always, newer sets coming out, and there's supply, and there's a lot of different markets than what it is. But I do think if you are in the market, like for Pokemon cards just in general, like if you're trying to make some extra, like, pocket change or extra income or whatever, I do think it makes sense because you don't need these sets to like explode in price. You don't need like an Evolutions booster box to like go to like $10,000 a booster box, because if you bought a booster box for $100 and if it goes up to 200, well, it doubled in price. If it goes up to, whatever, 300, it tripled in price. So it doesn't actually need to, go to these crazy, crazy high prices for it to be worthwhile for people. But with that being said, I don't think that it really could ever get there, to be honest with you. But who knows? But I really just be careful with modern stuff. Keep in mind, like, the older, really the better at this point, as you guys have been seeing with what's going on here with the market and everything too. Dante with the super chat, thank you so much. Is $12,000 reasonable for a base set 2 booster box? So for a base set 2 booster box, we could check the market on those. Everything. So the thing is, when you guys ask some of these questions about, like, is this price worth it for this? The thing is, the market moves so quickly. Like, the last time I checked a base set 2 booster box, when I was talking about it on a live Q&A, I feel like they were maybe $8,000. So I haven't checked them in quite a while, but I can pull it up here and see what is actually going on. And keep in mind as well that this is just eBay pricing. So there are other markets, although eBay is probably the easiest kind of way to find things. But so 12,000 you said for a base set 2 booster box. So all we can do right now is base it off of sales history, which it looks to be the only ones that I see sold look to be from August and September, and we're in October. So keep that in mind. These are kind of old prices, but the most I see sold for was about, well, 8,000 or best offer, so we don't know the exact price on that one. This one sold for 6,800, so we could say maybe like 7,000-ish was the last known sale price on eBay back about over a month ago. So we could see what's listed, highest to lowest, and it looks to be like, I actually have one on my watch list right here. You can see this one, $10,000 is at the bids at right now. So yeah, at this point, you could assume that it could end at around 12,000. It could end at 10. It could end at 11. Could end up more than 12, but at this point, yeah, it kind of makes sense. It definitely won't go over like 13 because this person's at 13,000 or best offer. So it might be in the 10 to 12 range at this point for a market value on a base set 2 booster box. But it makes sense too because this is also sort of like a nostalgic trip. It is nostalgic in itself, but it also is a throwback to base set as well. PokeKobe, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. I think Evolutions is underrated for a variety of reasons. I think Cosmic Eclipse is the next underrated modern set. What are your thoughts on Cosmic? Evolutions and Cosmic Green Codes still hit. Cosmic Eclipse, I think, is a really good set. So when I look at modern sets, and I look specifically in the Sun and Moon era, Cosmic Eclipse is one of those sets that comes to mind as like a standout set for me. So if I'm just looking at sort of like the sets here from Sun and Moon era, I'm seeing stuff like, obviously, Hidden Fates is a big hit. Obviously, Shining Legends is a big hit. But then from there, a lot of those tag team set, Burning Shadows as well for the Rainbow Charizard. But then a lot of the sets with the tag team cards, I think, are really good. So not just Cosmic, but like Unbroken Bonds, Team Up, Unified Minds. Like those were the 4 team up set tag team card sets. And I think those artworks are great. But then specifically when we look into Cosmic Eclipse, the artworks in a lot of these for the tag team cards specifically were really cool. I mean, the Blastoise Piplup, the Charizard breaks in. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. So just keep that in mind that Cosmic, one, I think, and then the other thing too with Cosmic though is that the pull rates are insanely good. And by good, I mean you can open up packs and pull out so many good cards. As you guys saw in the Ultimate Tag Team opening, we opened up all the tag team sets. And like, just for example, I mean, this is a secret rare card, and you get secret rares very often in Cosmic Eclipse. So I think that's one of the big standout points, not only just the arcs, but the pull rates. You get so much good stuff out of these sets. So Cosmic sort of has that to differentiate itself from the other tag team set. So I do think it's a really good set. Although, it doesn't have like that Evolutions like extra like spice of like nostalgia kick to it with the original like base sort of cards in there. But it's a good set. It's a good modern set. But again, just keep in mind modern stuff. It's just there's a lot of modern sets in particular. So, but yeah, it's super modern too because it was the last Sun and Moon set to be released. So it's still available out there. But it has been picking up quite a bit. Hope that helps, PokeKobe. Always appreciate you being here. Devstar, thank you as well for the super chat. How much is the Charizard VMAX worth? So Charizard VMAX, again, that's just kind of goes back to, what's the condition of the card? Is it like a mint condition? Is it gem mint condition? Is it like a Beckett 10? So many, the prices vary so much on something like that. But a quick look through eBay as sold prices for like a PSA 10 of it or like a PSA 9 will probably get you the best information on the market on those. Mike Moment, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Sell my Evolutions box, open it, or sit on it. I have 2. The classic question of should I open my booster box or should I keep it sealed? It's always tough. But if you have 2, it's always fun to kind of crack one open and see what you could get out of it because I think there's still definitely value in the prices that they're at now. It'll be interesting to see where they move from here, being around $400 or so. But as I always said, the value that you get out of a Evolutions booster box is pretty good. I mean, of course, if you hit a Charizard and a PSA 10, the original base reprint, I mean, you're like, the value you get out of that is incredible, but it is very difficult to grade that. But that's the thing. There's so many other cards that you can grade in a 10 that it's definitely a good bet. So maybe open one, keep one sealed. I don't know, though. Actually, I take that back. Because keep in mind, you can get Evolutions packs. So it might be a better option to see if you could find Evolutions packs because I think there's a product or 2 products that Pokemon actually just released that do have Evolutions packs inside. So maybe to get that fix, maybe keep the booster boxes sealed and try to find either loose packs or like packs that come in collection boxes and stuff like that. Maybe that might be the way to go. So I actually want to I want to pull up PokemonPrice.com because PokemonPrice.com tracks the prices, but also the population reports. So if I go to sets and I go to evolutions, I want to see if that Charizard. I want to see if any have been graded since the last time we checked this here during a live. I think last time we checked it might have been a couple months ago. So Charizard Holo, I think it was like 150-ish or 140 something. And oh, it looks like it might have stayed. So if we go to the population, we can see that's PSA 9s. We want to look at PSA 10s so we could take all this extra stuff out here. And then we get left with PSA 10s. So, right. So when it was released, you know, it would go up a bit and then just kind of flatline like crazy. You know, that could also be a representation of how kind of strict PSA has been over the years, like how they've changed in their grading processes. So you could see, I mean, they were moving quite a bit back here, and then it just started leveling off. And then randomly a bunch came in here. But like, guys, none have been graded. There's not been a single PSA 10 Evolutions chart card added to the population report in all year, basically. I mean, there was one or two more added at the beginning of the year, but literally none. And from the last time we checked a couple months ago, none. And you guys got to keep in mind, you know how, like, there are so many people that come here and throw in the question on the forum, hey, what's my Evolutions Charizard going to grade when I send it in? So many people send these in. Because then if we look at the 9s, I'm sure the 9s have moved. So we'll take that out and we'll put the 9s in. And like, yeah, see, look at the 9s. The 9s have been flying up. And even probably the 8s as well, maybe even more so. 8s flying up. Even 7s moved a bit. But like mainly these pack fresh are 8 or 9s. And then the lucky 10, the very lucky 10 at this point. Oops, I didn't have the screen on. But there it is, the 10s and then the 9s were flying up like that. And then the 8s. So, cool to kind of check things out once in a while to see what's actually going on with that kind of stuff. So, jumping back in here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Special K. Thank you for the super chat. I missed one of your earlier chats. I apologize for that. I asked this in the forum, so please ignore that if you read this first. Thoughts on Shiny Star V, the next Ultra Shiny GX. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it's going to be massive. I think it's going to be bigger than like Hidden Fates. I mean, I really think it's going to be bigger than Hidden Fates, especially when we get the version of it in English. I think it's going to be bigger than Hidden Fates. I think it's going to be a huge set. And then I just going into like next year in general for the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. I think Pokemon is going to be like at an all-time high next year as well. So I think we got a lot of things to look forward to, especially that set in particular. But maybe we'll get it for the holiday set of 2021, maybe earlier. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what Pokemon does. Also, want to welcome the Pokemon and the Pokekid to the Pokecave Explore membership. I appreciate you guys joining up. Thank you so much for joining the Pokecave membership and being a part of it. I appreciate the support, as well as Eric V. Thank you both for joining up for that and being a part of the Pokecave here. We also have Asma A with the super chat. I have an ungraded first edition Ivy Pikachu, the Error promo card. How much do you think it would be worth graded? So that's, first of all, it's going to depend on the actual grade, but those have been going up quite a lot. So that's the Ivy Pikachu that is, it's either it was an error or it wasn't an error, where they put it in possibly in it was in Jungle Booster boxes randomly, whether it was in there on purpose as a secret rare or not. We don't really know. We don't have confirmation on that. But the Ivy Pikachu, we can actually look up here. I think that there really hasn't been any on the market lately. So let's see what we can pull up here. So, and I'm going to put first, because with the first edition stamp is the more valuable version of it. So it looks like, well, this is sold. So the last sold one as a 9 was back in September for $1,500. And then that's the only graded ones that I see. All these ones are the regular sort of like non-first edition ones. And then what's on the market now? That's a really cool Pikachu. I want. Whoa. It's like half skeleton. That's awesome. So and then if we go on the market now and we kind of take a peek. So that's a 9 listed for 5,000 or best offer. We've got a 6 listed for $1,000. But those haven't sold yet. And that's it. I think that's the only ones graded on the market right now. So that's kind of all we can base it off of is what was sold before and what's listed right now. But we see a 6 sitting and hasn't moved. So that's all we can base it off of as of now. Also, Braun Squaga with the super chat. I probably said your name wrong. Late to the party. What up, Rev? Just wanted to say what's up. New members here from Hawaii. Love the channel, man. Keep up the great work. Hey, I appreciate that so much. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly, but thank you for the super chat and for being here, a part of this. So I'm actually going to jump back into the Q&A form. So I'm definitely slacking on that one, so I apologize. But let's see if we can jump into some more questions here. So next up we got Ryan. Interesting finds / pickups. What are these cards? Hey, PokeRev. Found these rummaging through old collections and didn't know what they were. I thought either you or the Pokemon community could help me with identifying these. Thanks for the help. Ooh, this is going to be cool. All right. So we had something that you might have found in an old collection or... let's see what we have here. So I'm going to pull this up on the screen so you guys can see it together with me. If you guys didn't know, you could throw in photos in the Q&A form as well, so it kind of helps visualize what we got going on here. But power 60,000, power 30,000, power. Well, these are, I've never seen these before. Let me know, guys, in the live chat if you guys have seen these cards before. Got a Mewtwo 137, power 20,000. Caterpie 140, power 50,000. Not sure. Never seen these before. So maybe I could try to search something on eBay. So I put in Pokemon Power card. Pokemon Power card. Nothing really to differentiate these. Maybe I put in like 20,000 as one of those. Nope. Not seeing anything. So I unfortunately have no idea. If anybody in the live chat knows, let us know, and maybe we can figure it out together. But I've never seen them before. All right. Next question. Burnmander, what's going on, dude? This is a market question. The goal is a first edition base set Charizard. The question is, do you think base set 2 will be the next set to see record spikes? So yeah, as we actually, you probably saw it, but we were looking through base set 2 booster boxes and we saw them moving from like 6,000 to 7 to 8 to 9, and then there's one up on auction right now that's at 10,000 at the moment. Could end 10, 11, 12 probably. So definitely moving up for sure with base set 2. Now with the base set 2 Charizard, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that one moving up quite a lot. It's, you know, it's one of the earliest printed Charizard. It's got the original base set artwork. It is base set 2, but yeah, I definitely see that the trend to continue with, you know, base set 2, you know, obviously base set and all that old school stuff. I literally across the board, Wizard of the Coast, especially Generation 1, especially early Generation 1 stuff, without a doubt. All right, so we're going to move on to the next question here. Nicholas has a market question, and Nicholas's question is, what will the price for XY Evolutions booster boxes be in several years? I own 12 of them, and I think about holding them for at least 5 more years. So definitely, unfortunately, I don't, you know, nobody really knows the answer to that. We can only kind of speculate, which is, you know, what we're doing. But 5 years from now, you got to think Pokemon will be 30 years old. Evolutions will be 10 years old. It really kind of depends on how people kind of, you know, think about that set 5 years from now. You know, if it's still a really cool throwback set, which I think it, you know, it still will be. I could see the trend continuing. We have no idea though, you know, what the price would be here on out. So it definitely tough to say. You guys can always put your guesses in the live chat, and then I guess maybe we'll see in 5 years. We'll probably won't remember this moment here, but yeah, it's always kind of interesting to wonder and to think about what would happen. You know, obviously we had our crystal ball out back when we were looking at the prices in 2009, 2007 first edition base set booster boxes. We would have bought all of those, but we definitely can just kind of sit back and see what happens. So, next question is Sam. We've got a card grading estimate question. Hey, PokeRev, my collection goal is to get all the Charizards as PSA 8s to 10s. I'm also really up to Topps cards, which I'm also collecting PSA 8 10s. I just mainly purchased a few Topps boxes, which are awesome. I have a few Charizards at PSA, but the turnaround times are nuts at the moment. We all know probably. Yeah, absolutely. They're just holding their cards hostage at this point. What grade would this Skyridge Charizard get? And a miscut Blastoise, I believe. How much does it affect the grade? Also, there is an ink dot. I did pull this Blastoise a month ago. I hope you could help me with these. Thanks for doing all this for us. Regards, Sam8. My pleasure. Thank you for the question. So let's pull up some of this stuff here. We've got a Blastoise, and it is... I'm going to pull that on the screen right now. Here's our Blastoise. Looking pretty good. The Blastoise is looking good on the front. And let's check out the rest of this. So we're going to go with a back photo as well. And I'm going to pull up the rest of these. We got a couple more photos here. And then I'm going to dive into it and see exactly what is going on. But I know you said miscut. You said I have a miscut Blastoise, I believe, question mark. So if it's this Blastoise that you're talking about, then it would not be a miscut. I think I know what you're talking about at the top there. But let me pull up your Skyridge Charizard as well. I'll have that ready to go. Okay, so there's Skyridge. All right, so for the Blastoise, yeah, so this would not actually be a miscut. A miscut would be when the actual card is just way off center, like you wouldn't see any border. It would be all the way to one side or the other. So this is actually centered quite well. And from the looks of it, I'm just looking at this angle here. I'm not really seeing any scratches or anything. There could be a print line or two that we're not picking up here on this photo, but the front looks really good. I think you said there was an ink dot somewhere, but I don't see it. Maybe it's on this Charizard. But the front of this looks really clean. I mean, if there's no print lines or anything like that, that could be PSA 10 potential on the front. Now, when we look at the back, I definitely see some stuff here. The top here has, like, whitening, which is from probably a dull blade. There's also a little bit of whitening on some of the corners there. And we move in here, and I think this might have been what you were thinking when you said the miscut part of it. So this would just be something like from a dull blade, basically. PSA usually, I've seen them count it towards it most of the time. So it would probably drop you down to like a 9 on the card overall, which is still really good for a base unlimited Blastoise. So I would think maybe like a 9 on this. Again, depending on if there is anything on this holo that we're not picking up here, which there could be. Now, when we move on to the Charizard, this is a Crystal Charizard from Skyridge, and if this is straight out of a pack, a lot of these cards have a really good potential at PSA 10s. I think in a PSA 10, this card is like it's like a $12,000 plus card, but we're gonna see exactly what we have going on here. You got some really clean cards, so all right, let's take a peek here. So this looks really good. I'm not seeing that ink dot that you were talking about. Also, there is an ink dot. I didn't see it on the Blastoise unless oh, that. So yeah, that would probably affect it unless they count it as from the factory. But I think they would dock it so on that Blastoise. But the Charizard is really nice. These are really clean cards. Front looks really good. The back though it looks like you have another one that got cut with like a dull blade. Unless that might be the light. And I think that might have been the light on that. Because it doesn't look as bad here. But, like, I'm seeing some whitening. You guys can't see. I'm in the way. I'm seeing some whitening, like, right here on this corner. And then the other corner are tiny dots. So this would probably be, like, a 9 candidate, though, which is still amazing. Same with the Blastoise. So I'd probably put you at, like PSA 9s on these cards, which is really good. I don't know what a 9 Crystal Charizard goes for, but I can guarantee you it probably goes for quite a lot of money. So I don't know where you got these, if you pulled them, if you kept them as a kid, if you bought them recently, but congratulations on just owning those. Really awesome pieces of history right there. So good stuff, guys. Having good conversations here with all of you. All right. Drew, A buying and selling question here. Goal is to make some money with Pokemon, and the question is, what are some common sets as boxes to look out for that make good investments? So that's a pretty broad question. It really is going to depend on a lot of different factors. But in general, I know a lot of people have been dipping into modern sets. So just like as a brief overview of some of like the modern sets here, I can jump on the Pokelector and really just to get it out of the way, anything old school from Wizard of the Coast era is just really like a go-to sort of thing. But you know, the to get into those, the prices are quite high. Same thing with EX era of cards, which I'll show you on here as well. The next era. So all this stuff here is all like, this is just all super old school stuff. Even when we move into Diamond and Pearl and all this stuff, gold, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, like a lot of this, and then we move into more like Black and White is like, I think it's like the sweet spot of like modern versus old school. It's like just old enough, but just new enough. Then we move into modern stuff. Really like some of the standout sets, like I usually mention these, is something like Evolutions, even Generations has been picking up a lot. Phantom Forces, Flash Fire, I think those are like pretty big hitters for X and Y era. And then we move into Sun and Moon, Hidden Fates, Shining Legends. Those are like standout sets for sure. Burning Shadows, although Burning Shadows had a lot of printed, so keep that in mind. And then like these sort of like Cosmic Eclipse, Unified Mind, Team Up, and Unbroken Bonds for like those tag team cards were really good. So that's kind of like where I'm at with those. And then Champion's Path is really good for the super modern just released set if you can find that. But that's kind of like a quick go-to guide on some of the sets that I personally pick up and the ones that I see with probably like the standout potential. So let's keep moving on here. Let's see what else we have going on. I'm going to jump back into the live chat. I see some of you guys throwing in some super chats, so I want to make sure that I read those as well. Night Kid Zero, thank you for the $5 super chat. What determines the value of a card? Rarity? I found a birthday Pikachu card on eBay, but this is the only one that has a gold stamp. A good buy. So you might be referring to the stamped cards. But just in general, the value of a card, there's a lot of different things that kind of go into play for the value of a card. One of them is how old is the card, right? So are you talking about a card from base set? I mean, that was printed 20 plus years ago. Or are you talking about cards from the super old sets? And what is the condition? So that's the other factor is it a PSA 10, like a perfect condition card? Is it a PSA 9 mint condition card? Is it a PSA 8 near mint condition card? How desirable is the card? You know, what is the Pokemon? Is it a Charizard? Is it a Magnemite? You know, what is the Pokemon? And is it a first edition or unlimited? Like those are probably like the main things to keep in mind for stuff like that in terms of like how cards are valued. And also, we have a question from Eric V, a collecting question. The goal is to slowly start a solid collection. Hey, Rev, love your channel. Thanks for getting me back into Pokemon. I wanted to know what is the best packs to buy or product now that I'm trying to start collecting again, but I have a low budget for cards. So you want to know what the best packs to buy or product is now. So I see that you're looking. So when I answer questions, I like to see if you guys are looking just to collect, if you're looking to invest, if you're looking to buy and sell, or if you're looking to do all of that together when I answer the question. So from my perspective, it looks like you just are just interested in collecting. So when I see a question like that, it just goes back to what do you want to collect? Now, you said you have a low budget, so you can definitely dip into like some modern sets. But when we look at these sets, it's like, are you into Hidden Fates? You know, do you want to see the shiny? That's like a really popular set, the shiny Subvolt. Do you want to jump into Shining Legends? Do you want to go for like the Rainbow Rare Charizard? Do you want to go for tag team cards? Really, it's kind of going to be based off of what you want to do. Do you want a complete binder set? Do you want to collect sealed stuff? Do you want to go for a complete graded set? Do you want to do just random cards that you're looking for? All that comes into play when we talk about like to answer a question specifically like that. So not one person can tell you what you should collect or what you can collect. So it's just going to go back to sort of what you're looking to do. So hopefully that helped you out a bit in that sort of that decision. So maybe sit down and maybe even write it out. What are your goals? What are you looking to collect? What maybe some people just do specific Pokemon. There's Pikachu collectors that just collect all the Pikachus. Really is going to be super, super personal sort of choice. Next question, we got Stefan J is a collecting question. The goal is to collect the rarest sealed products, and the question is unlimited base Pikachu, Charmander, etc. going up in price a lot. Theme starter decks wise purchase. So starter decks they've also been moving as well. The only thing with the starter decks a lot of times is, besides the Japanese stuff, they're predetermined cards in them. So I think that they're still super nostalgic, number one, but they've always lagged behind the other stuff because it's like a predetermined cards in there and you know what you're going to get. And so, but a lot of times keeping them sealed is awesome as well. There's people that collect theme decks specifically and have a complete theme deck collection, or even the theme deck cases that they came in are even cooler. So I just see it as something that is continuing the trend right now to be moving up in price. But yeah, the starters have been blowing up. Next question we got from X Pokemon Hunter. This is a buying and selling question. The goal is to enjoy collecting, and the question is, hey Rev, in your opinion, do you think it's worth investing in new Pokemon sets, Sword and Shield series? Will Pokemon be this popular 10 years time? So that's another like crystal ball sort of question that I don't really have the exact answer to. Nobody does. We can only kind of speculate and guess it. But 10 years from now, is Pokemon going to be as popular as it is? When I think that far in the future, I think to myself, well, am I still going to be, as long as like our generation and generations here are nostalgically like connected to this stuff, it's still going to be around. So I expect to always, I'm always going to be nostalgic for Pokemon cards. So it's always going to be, grabbing people from different generations and stuff. So yes, I think it'll still be around, but in terms of what the market is going to be looking like 10 years from now, it's anybody's guess. The one thing, again, is to keep in mind with modern stuff is that there's always new sets coming out. So, what will people care about, like Sword and Shield 10 years from now? Like, it's tough to say. And keep in mind also, there's a lot of people specifically like buying stuff to invest in, and it's way different than 10-20 years ago. There was not as many people doing that. It was just like people probably thought you were crazy to keep base set unlimited Pokemon packs sealed like 20 years ago. So but nowadays it's like, oh yeah, I'm buying Pokemon evolutions, I'm hanging on to it for whatever X amount of years and stuff like that. So it's just it's a different sort of like era. It's a different time. So it's anybody's guess at that point. But yeah, Pokemon I think will still be around for sure. In terms of like how popular it will be 10 years from now, tough to say for sure though on that one. So also want to jump into the live chat. We got Brady M. Thank you for the $5 super chat. What would you suggest paying for light played near mint Wizards of the Coast first edition uncommons bulk or common bulk if you're looking to make money listing it individually? Thank you in advance. So I never really dipped into listing and selling like single cards just because of the work required for listing all those and then like the cost to ship each of those out. It's tough to say. I would assume, so you're not talking about like holo cards either. You'd have to ship out stuff without tracking to kind of make a profit off of that, because the tracking required, like the price to pay for that would like just eat all the way through the actual cost of the card. So you probably wouldn't be looking for big bulk like pickups of a lot of bulk, sort of stuff, and then kind of price it out. Like I know like the Pikachus are really popular right now. The Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, like all that stuff, or probably have quite a bit of a premium right now. But it really would be what exactly is in those bulk lots and what they're going for. So sorry I don't have a specific sort of price, because I've heard prices all over the place, and it kind of depends. But yeah, guys, if you guys have anything you want to throw in to add to the conversations, as always, you can throw it right into the live chat right now. We're live. This is all going down in the Poke Cave, talking all things Pokemon cards. If you guys are just joining up right now. And again, if you guys don't know me, if you're new here, my name is PokeRev, and this is the Poke Cave. We do this every Saturday for the most part. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We open up Pokemon cards, so a lot of awesome stuff getting opened up here. Tuesday, we're opening up a first edition Jungle Booster Box. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free. You can always unsubscribe if you change your mind. And yeah, hope to see you stick around. Turn on notifications as well to get notified when we go live here and when new videos are uploaded. But I'm going to keep jumping through this. We also have David as well. With the super chat. I appreciate the super chat, David. Hey, how do I buy packs that you open live? So if you're interested in grabbing packs that are open live, all you have to do is head over to the PokeCave.com here. And I actually throw it up here really quickly if you guys want to check it out. If you're new here, all you do is go down below to the description. There's a link there if you want to check it out. But also, this is the PokeCave.com. So this is one of my websites. And I actually have this thing pop up here if you go to the website for the first time within 24 hours, I think it'll pop up. Put your email address in here. You'll get a notification. Sometimes I throw up different things, sealed products, random openings, and you'll get notified when it goes up because things do sell quickly. But yeah, so this is the PokeCave.com. These are like all the openings right now. Everything is sold out for a lot of them, but the jungle opening's going down. We also have the complete Sun and Moon era of Pokemon cards getting opened up on Sunday. Like all this getting opened up. It's gonna be a ton of fun. And of course, the first edition Jungle Booster Box opening is gonna be a ton of fun. That one's gonna be going down on Tuesday. I did update the website, so I'll just show you guys really quickly here. So yeah, so like there's a link right here. I'm doing sealed products. So, and it's specifically old school stuff that I put up here. I actually have a new tab at the top. And there's a drop-down menu if you're on mobile, but you can click that and you can see if you're interested in grabbing products that are sealed, packs that are sealed straight from booster boxes. And like I actually did videos specifically, like, so if I click on this one, I have separate videos where you can actually, because I want to be as transparent as possible with you guys. So I did separate videos for these, but I made them private just on the website so it didn't mess with like the YouTube algorithm because people don't want to like sit and watch these. But I filmed all these videos. I did these tamper-proof sort of like seals, and what happens is I open the booster box, and I'm just sharing this with you guys now because I know a lot of people don't actually know about this, that I launched it. I emailed everybody that was on the email list. That's why I always tell you guys to join up for that. But anyway, so this is like a video I did, and you can see me open it up, and I take all the packs, I put them in these sleeves, and then I put the security seals on them, and they're all dated and signed by me. And then it goes on there, and you can actually see your exact pack like in this video. So I thought it was a cool way to go about it. And actually, I've always wanted to, a lot of people have requested like, hey Rev, will you sell sealed packs? Will you sell sealed packs? And I always wanted to do it, but the thing is with the YouTube algorithm, it messes up with the channel because people don't want to sit here and watch me like open up packs, you know, for like 30 minutes. So I made the videos private so you guys can see that they're coming out of the boxes, fresh box and everything like that, and grab them. So I did videos for all these sets you see down here, as well as like a little intro video for the first wave. So like the first wave of product I'm gonna do in waves. So I might do like once a month, like just throw up old school products. So this is like some of the product that's up there now. There's a couple Diamond and Pearl Stormfront boxes. So if you guys are interested in packs, head over to the PokeCave.com and go to the tab at the top. It's on mobile too, you can check it out. And I'm going to be throwing in, might as well just go through all this really quickly while we're on here. I'm going to be updating a lot of new merch coming up, so stay tuned. I got a lot of different types of merch that you can check out. It'll be under the merch tab as well. And then this is the members tab. So if you're a member of the PokeCave, which is, you can join that by clicking the little join button. It's next to the subscribe button. If you don't see it there, then so like this is the join button. So if you're a PokeCave Adventurer tier, you have access to the members exclusive openings that are once a month at the end of every month. And then you put your password in, you'll have access to that if you join that. And basically, like, this is the members tab. So if you guys have never seen this, if you're not members, this, like, once a month, we have a big members opening that, you know, it'll never sell. I always make sure I have enough for all of the members here. So, like, if you are a member and you're on the adventure tier, you can grab packs for each month. So this month is the Ultimate Shiny Hunt. every quantity is. This is going to be actually really a lot of fun. This is going to be you get each quantity is a Shining Legends pack, a Hidden Fates pack, and a Champions Path pack. Um, and at this time, you can still grab as many quantities as you want. I think sooner than later, I'm probably going to have to start limiting quantities, unfortunately, because it's just it'll turn into like a 2-week event at this point, at this rate. So, but yeah, that's the PokeCave.com if you guys have never seen it before. And yeah, so I like to update you guys once in a while with that and kind of add more things as I can. So I'll have more things that I'll be adding throughout the coming weeks and days. So stay tuned for that as well. So thank you guys for all the support. Just in general, thank you guys so much for the support, being a part of it, and just being here day in and day out, hanging out with us in the Poke Cave. And yeah, but yeah, let me jump back in here. I don't even know how I started talking. I got to that point, to be honest with you guys. Sometimes I just start going. um, but yeah, so let me jump back in here and see what we got going on here. So, oh, that's how I got into it, because David asked the question. Piro with the super chat says, recently X and Y evolutions went from like 200 to 500 a box in a short amount of time. Do you know why? So actually, yeah, we actually dove deep into that pretty early on in this live. So if you missed it, jump back. This whole live will be up once it's over. You can rewatch the entire thing, but maybe like 20 minutes in, we talked about it for 10 to 20 minutes or so. So if you want to go through that and take a peek at that conversation, you can actually check back now as well if you want. Also, Hunter, thank you so much for the super chat. Yu-Gi-Oh! Chase some Starlight cards. Ooh, yeah, I want to do a couple Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings. We can hunt for some Starlights. Super difficult to pull, super valuable, super awesome stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope to jump into that eventually. I have it on my list of things for sure. So, Simon, thank you as well for the super chat. I'm desperate to know more about my error Japanese Team Rockets trap. I've submitted it every week so far, but you never see it. LOL. Can I DM you, please? Yeah, feel free to shoot me a DM if you want to shoot me on Instagram. I'll try to. I might be able to pull it up during this live. So if you send it over now, like if you already sent it, send it again, because it gets lost really quickly in my DMs. But I'll try to pull it up. I can't really pull it up on the live Q&A form because there's so many questions that come through that I have to click through one at a time, but I'm trying to get through as many as I can. Apologies if I haven't got to your question just yet, but again, earlier the better for that kind of stuff. So let me go through here as well and see if I can pull up another question from you guys. So this question is from Mr. Maka, the market question, and the question is, hey, PokeRev, recently got into collecting Pokemon cards again, mostly because I watch your live streams. I bought a Champions Path Elite Trainer box. Do you think it would be worth maybe some hundreds or thousands in a few years? Thank you, my man. Hey, well, so if we look back at Hidden Fates, which was only about a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, those were going for about $250 to $300, and I think a Champions Path Elite Trainer box is maybe at that level, if not higher, because really you get, it could be higher at this point, because you get you get a full art Charizard in there. That alone is crazy value. You get the 10 packs, you get the really cool artwork on the back, on the front of it and the back of it. Keep in mind there is another wave of those coming as well, and could potentially be reprinted as well that we're seeing with Hidden Fates. But keep in mind, again, the demand is so high right now that the supply, even with the waves coming and all that stuff, the demand is so high. So it's tough. It's really tough to say for sure what it's going to look like further out. I think you said, yeah, it's like kind of like the risk it for the biscuit mentality, right? It's like, throw up the however much it is to grab a box of those, hang on to it, and see what happens. That's kind of like what some people are doing. But I think it's definitely one of the most sought after Elite Trainer boxes of like modern Elite Trainer boxes. When I say modern, maybe going back like 5 years. So keep that in mind as well, and just kind of maybe see what happens. I wouldn't say thousands of dollars on them. I would say maybe hundreds. I could see definitely already basically there at $100 just about. But yeah, tough to know exactly. But okay, so here we go. Simon, thank you for shooting that in there and resending it. So okay, I see the Rockets card that you were talking about, and you said it's like an error. So that's kind of interesting. I could probably show you guys this too on the screen here. from my phone. So all I have to do is just switch to this. I have this other camera set up. So you can see the rocket's trap, and there's like some weird stuff going on right there. Like I don't know if it's did you pull this from a pack like that? Because if you pulled it from a pack, that would be like a definitely like a confirmed sort of like factory error. But if you bought it loose on the market, it's tough to actually like say if somebody did something to that or not. So it could have been something with the printers if it came from a pack, but yeah, it's tough to say. But I think your exact question was you're desperate to know more about it. So I don't know anything about it, unfortunately. If anybody's ever seen anything like that, let us know in the live chat, and let Simon know if you ever seen anything like that. I've never seen it. It almost looks like some sort of damage out of the pack, but then that's the thing. If you pulled it or if you saw somebody pull it, it could have been from the factory. But I wish I could help you more on that one. But the cool thing about it is that everybody's here. We're a community, and we definitely help one another out. So I'm sure maybe somebody might have information on that if they've seen it before. But I also want to welcome our newest members here to the PokeCave membership. We got Steve. We got PXMETALXD. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. But thank you so much for joining up. I appreciate it. Bulbasaur, thank you as well. Nicholas, Josh, and Kathib. Thank you. Or I'm sorry that you sent the super chat, but thank you so much for joining up to the PokeCave. Again, make sure you check the community tab on information on access the members exclusive openings that are at the end of every single month. And yeah, to access that tab on the PokeCave.com if you're interested, along with the other perks. But also, Kathib, thank you for the super chat. Opinions on Vivid Voltage. Should I invest? So Vivid Voltage is going to be pretty interesting in my opinion because it's going to have those amazing rares, which are those 6 really cool looking cards that we're in Japanese prints, but with the English prints of them, I think it's going to depend on what the actual rarities of those are. Like if you have to open a booster box to hit one of those, if you have to open a booster box case to pull one, like really the pull rates on those, I think is really going to dictate a lot with Vivid Voltage. I think I was reading, actually I did hear distributors on those are actually, Pokemon is really backed up with the printers, so they're actually going to be short on those. So actually, if you haven't heard that yet, keep that in mind. Vivid Voltage, I think they're going to be short on those. So it'll be interesting to see how they catch up with those, or if it's going to be like Ultra Prism, where it's just a short, or whatever the set was that was printed short, and they just do a short print run of it. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's got the Charizard as well, the pre-release Charizard. That's just pretty, something that a set like that, if it has it, people are going to want it. It's not like a super crazy Charizard, but the pre-release one looks pretty good. But yeah, I think Vivid Voltage is going to be interesting with those amazing rares. And then we also have Michael said, I purchased a Black Star promo Ivy Pikachu. I bought a nice raw one for $100 and a PSA 9 for $900. What do you think? Super low pop. So is it actually a Gray Star? Because I've actually never seen it. I said Black Star because I assumed you were talking about the Black Star promos. But if it's like a Black Star that has it's like gray, like a lighter stamp, that could be rare. But a raw one for $100, a nice raw one, that could be worth it. And then a 9 for $900. I'm not totally sure on what the values of something like that would be at this very moment, and I've actually never heard of a Gray Star stamped promo. So if it's super rare like that, it's super old school, could definitely be worth it. And Hayden, thank you so much for the super chat as well. But yeah, guys, I know we started late here, but we're coming up on about 2.5 hours live here. So I think I'm actually going to wrap it up here. And yeah, I think that's going to conclude this Saturday's live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of this. I appreciate you all being here, guys. I hope you learned something new here. Make sure you rewatch the entire thing from start to finish. If you missed anything, you can, of course, check all of that out after this is over. Sorry if I didn't get to everybody's question, which I know I didn't get to everybody's question. I tried to do my best. So come back next Saturday. It should be in the morning for next Saturday. And yeah, join back for that. On your way out, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. If you want to share out the video, feel free to share out the video as well. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be opening up a ton of Pokemon cards tomorrow, and turn on those notifications. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. I hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow for that Sun and Moon opening of every single booster box. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'll probably start earlier on that one. I normally start at 6. I might start at like 5 or something, because there's going to be a lot of booster packs. But yeah, guys, hope you have a great day.